Welcome to JC's Odyssey.
We're drinking. You're not. Get over it.
I was working with your cousin.
Oh yeah.
The other day,
Oh
Gary.
yeah. Gary. Yeah.
He said to say hi.
I don't. I'm going to do it again. I don't think so.
He did.
I think he did.
I swear, honestly.
And like I said, I'm going to tell you to tell him something, and it's not going to be hi.
Yeah. Well, you can tell me that off.
I will. Yeah. I'm not
off
gonna do
camera.
that. I want people to stay tuned in.
Anyway, yeah, we were talking, and he was talking about doing drywall with his dad.
Yeah.
I guess, and he got stuck doing the ceiling because he's 6'8".
Yep. That's a big
and I know
thing when
you're
tall.
fairly tall, so I wanted to ask you. Are you guys descendants from the Nephilim or what?
No, we're Nordic, but we dye our hair so people don't know. Well, I mean, my sister at the height of her peak, whatever, she was 6'2", so she was still taller than my brother, my youngest brother, who's only 6'1". And like I said, in a family photo at Christmas time, I was 6'5", and I was the shortest one of I think it was 8 people that were there.
Jeez.
So yeah, it's weird being short when you're 6'5".
Not used to playing that role.
No, you don't. You literally just look around like, well, my whole life is a lie.
I'm having deja vu.
Yeah, it's weird. It feels like. Yeah, it's weird. I feel it too.
So you brought a couple of things for us to enjoy today.
And like I said, normally you do your podcast, bottle share.
Yeah, so we'll just mention this real quick. We're not going to dwell on it, but because we go into depth on that kind of stuff on the bottle share packet, which we need to have you on.
Yeah, I need to bring some stuff up.
Yeah, but you brought this.
Yeah, so this is Penelope. It is a creme brulee is what it's called. Penelope has a bunch. They could probably have 20 different types of whiskey and bourbon. But this one is finished with French oak staves, so they call it creme brulee. It has a little bit of a sweeter, lighter finish. And like for people like you that aren't whiskey drinkers who say it tastes like acid, which is just rude. This one is a little bit better because it's a little bit lighter. And the purists of the bourbon guys would be like, that's not bourbon. There's no bourbon. And it's like, well, there's certain rules for bourbon, and it meets the rules as bourbon. And then the other one I brought is the 18-year Knob Creek, which to me was I said before, it's my white whale. I chased it for about 2 years. It's hard to get. I finally found one. It is wonderful. If you're just getting into whiskeys or bourbons, the Knob Creeks are a great place to start. Like for you, I think the 9-year, I should have brought the 9-year to compare to the 18, but it is, it's lighter. It's not as rough as some other ones out there. So
yeah, I'm trying to get into whiskey a little bit more because I've been doing carnivore diet. Not real good lately. I did do it for like a 3-month stretch before I had my knee surgery, and I did pretty well on it. And I got a knee surgery and it kind of went off the wagon.
Yeah, my wife and I used to go to the gym all the time, and I had pleurisy. I don't know if you know what that is, but your skin of your chest is trying to rip off of your rib cage. It feels like you're being torn apart, and that knocked me out of going to the gym because anytime I would do any sort of heavy lifting of any way, like whether it was a deadlift or curls or whatever, it just felt like I was being torn apart. So
you sure you weren't just trying to molt? Because I mean, you are kind of lizard-like.
I wish I could molt back to 32 years old. That'd be great. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to molt this gray hair and get rid of that.
Jeez, you pleurisy, and you got the back issues.
Oh my God, I'm a disaster. Look at my shins, for God's sake. That's all BMX riding in the 80s.
Oh, really?
Those pedals with the shark teeth on them. Oh yeah, chain popped off while you're pedaling. Oh, you're bleeding the rest of the day.
I remember I had a bike that the bicycle that the bearings were not real good on the steering, on the handlebars, and so it was real kind of hard to turn. And I ended up hitting like a bush or something with the one handle on the one side, and so it turned and I went down, and the guy behind me ran over, and his pedal, like you were just talking about, caught my ear, and I think I had like 11 stitches or something reattached my earlobe.
Yeah, they were violent. Back in the day, it was rough.
But we're Gen X kids, so
we didn't care.
No,
I can't tell
Rub
you.
some dirt on it, you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Get some leaves. Yeah. I was trying to do a wheelie when I was in kindergarten and over by where I used to live. And you go down the hill and the manhole cover like stuck up. So you had like a little ramp.
Yeah.
If anybody is planning on jumping their bicycle while you're holding onto the handlebars to pull back to jump, don't let go of the handlebars. I just flew straight back, landed, broke my arm. But one of the luckiest things in my life, literally, I was right in front of a nurse's house. And she came out and she took care of me. And I just had a cast on my arm, but I was 5. So that summer was wasted. But yeah, could have been worse. Just like my back when I fell. Could have been worse. It is what it is.
Everything can pretty much be worse until it's over.
Yes, yes.
So, speaking of whiskeys, etc., how we know each other is from me meeting you at Pinckney Bend.
Yes. Me waiting on you and your wife. You guys were terribly rude the first time you were there.
That's funny because I was going to say you're the rudest tour
come on,
guy, whatever.
I was the best one there. You know I was.
You were. You're still rude as fuck.
I was. But that's what I do. That's who I am. You don't
It's like
it?
going to
Move on.
It's like going to what is it that
Not Poor Richards, but something where they wear the hats and they make fun of you the whole time.
Whatever the place is.
Yeah.
Dick, not Dick Gerber. That's the construction people. But
Dicks are us.
My wife would know it.
Yeah.
Jamie, pull up. Oh wait, that's a different podcast.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's the
Yeah.
restaurant you go to where they just treat you like crap the whole time.
Yeah, you're paying to get
Yeah,
insulted.
and
basically.
it's so funny because I grew up watching comedians, Sam Kinison, Eddie Murphy,
Sam Kinison
Robin
was
Williams, Richard Pryor, even Andrew Dice Clay. I mean, and all of those comedians, if you know them, they are very, very blue.
Yes.
Especially when I was 12. I should not have been listening to Eddie Murphy in 1984. I was 9, 10 years old. That's not for me. But that's all I watched for, growing up, a lot of comedians and comedies and stuff like that. So, and Don Rickles, he was actually the guy that I kind of molded my tastings after.
Mr. Warmth.
Yeah, Mr. Warmth. So at the distillery, everybody thinks that, you guys just have a script that you do. And it's like, no, we don't. We all do our own thing. We talk about the products and we hit the bullet points, but then everything else in between is just us.
No script. Greg's a jerk 24/7.
Yeah, that's just how I am. And most people know that.
So that was about 2018. We actually. So when did you start there?
I started in April of 2017.
We might have seen you before we moved here. I can't remember the guy's name now, but he was the first guy to take us through the tasting. And
what did he look like? Did he have the limp? Did he have a beard? Or
Nolan.
Oh, Nolan.
Yes,
Nolan. He was a school teacher, a science teacher.
I'm sure he meant.
I'm sure he meant. Oh, he usually mentioned that.
He might have.
Tastings.
I don't remember, but that's not one of the things that stuck.
Yeah, well, Nolan, he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. Yeah. He was a good. Honestly, I don't know that there's at least that we've experienced there going through doing the tastings. That nobody's done a bad job. I mean, they've all been really good.
And I think that is a testament to the people that work there care 100% about what they do. There's no phoning it in. So we had like a full-time group of people. We had 6 full-time employees when I started. Mm-hmm. And then we had like 3 or 4 what they termed as weekend warriors. So they'd come in and work a Saturday because we were open 7 days a week. And when you only got 6 people, you need a break.
Oh yeah.
So we had our weekend warriors, and a couple of them were teachers and stuff. But everybody that worked there, it was the best place to be always. It still is. It's just when we did the tastings, we were so proud of what we did and how we did it and what we have and all of that we loved it. So tried to make it a pleasant experience for everybody.
It seemed like everybody there was having a good time, and I don't know if you could call it a job, really.
My wife's like, "Oh, you found your retirement job," which, like I said, I thought that was going to be, but circumstances changed. Which I still hate it. I hate that I don't work there, but I love it. I love Tara and Keith and the other 3 owners. All 4. There's 5 owners now. They do a great job with it. They're great to work for. It was awesome. We loved it.
Yeah, nothing bad happened there or whatever, right? It's just it was just you were in a rough spell.
Yeah, my brain was not braining. I need a reset. So I found Schaefer Door, which installed garage doors. I worked there from 92 to 98. and then I left there, went to Sportland, then ended up at Pinckney Bend. But I went back to Schaefer Door.
And so what is Sportland?
Sportland Valve in Washington, Missouri. Basically, you can thank them for your air conditioner working. They make expansion valves for air conditioners.
Okay.
So, you all right there? Camera okay?
Yeah, it stopped. I think it's overheating.
Oh.
That's why I need a new one. This is made for like 5 minute.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll cut this part out. But yeah, it's made for like 5 minute. It's an action camera. It's not made for.
It's not made for sitting. Yeah. I got you.
But I'm doing what we get. It happened with Tara too. That's why there's a long part at the end of that video where it's just her, even though I'm talking.
Right.
So
yeah, that's all right.
Yeah. So Schaefer Door. So I know. Jason.
Yes, the mayor
from
of New
being
Haven.
mayor. And,
So
and also we worked together on we'll just say a job in downtown New Haven
okay.
together, and I enjoyed working with him. That's really the first time I really got to know him. That was before he was mayor.
Yeah,
and then,
he's a good dude.
Yeah, and then I've since met his son,
Noah.
and referred them for some work out at Lindbergh.
Nice.
And
yeah,
so come out there and done a few things.
So. Yeah, so it's kind of a funny story because Jason married a girl that I went to school with, so I've known her my whole life, and I've known him since 1994 because when I was at Schaefer the first time, I trained him, and now he's my boss because he stayed and I left.
Right,
so, but
it's funny how that works.
Yeah, but it's great because I mean, it's a great place to be. It was a nice change. The weather sucked when I first started in January. It's real cold in January, and now working in a garage. Oh man, is it hot! Forgot about the temperature swings. But
this heat is killing me. I can handle the cold, but the heat I can't.
See, and I love the hot weather, but there's just sometimes where it's like, okay, I get it. Let's take a break.
Well, you're working in a garage.
Oh my gosh.
So there's going to be no movement.
No.
You don't have the sun beating on you necessarily, but it's going to be hot and just clammy.
It is sticky. Well, to give you an example, today, one of the guys, it rained. I don't know if it rained up here at all, but it stormed in Washington for about 5 minutes. I mean, it was a torrential downpour. Yeah. And the other guy I was working with, he went out into the rain and had to put the windows up on the truck. I stayed in the garage, did not go in the rain. After the rain stopped, the sun came out. It's Missouri. It got 25 degrees hotter, and the humidity went to 1,000%. Yes. So when we got back to the shop, we both walked in the shop, and Jason was like, "Man, were you guys both in the rain?" That's how sweaty I was. I looked like I was just in the rain like he was. Yeah. I was just, like tomorrow morning, my shoes will still be damp. It's rough. It's rough, but I like doing it.
So besides the roofing, or I'm sorry, roofing. What the hell am I talking about? The garage door. We've been trying to get our roof. We're dealing with that. Yeah, it's probably on the back of in my subconscious somewhere. Worst. But besides that, you've got a little side project you do, right?
Yeah, it's Brinker Audio Systems. I install car stereo, and when people hear car stereo, all they think of are the stereos that you just hear thumping from 10 miles away. Yes, the trunks rattling. Yeah, I can do that, but that's not really what I do. It's like if
you're not trying to do that.
No, I mean it's fine. I still like having loud music. I mean I like a ton of bass. It's great. But for other people, it's like some people just want to have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Well, their factory radio doesn't have it because the car is 4 or 5 years old. Or they want wireless. You can get wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. But replacing head units, replacing speakers, doing anything like that, I like to do. I've been doing that since before I was 16, because I knew what car I was getting when I was 16, and I just started.
What was it?
It's a 1979 Pontiac Le Mans station wagon.
Le Mans.
Powder blue. And me being who I am.
Station wagon.
I have pictures of it. Me being who I am, I love pink. And neon had just came out, early 80s. Neon highlighters. We would fight over them in school. It was like, I can only imagine it was like color TV for people older than me. It's like, oh my God, look at it. So a lady I used to work at Weston Station. She worked at Hazel, and they had this pink dye. and it was neon pink. So I painted the grills, the door handles, some stuff on the wheels. So yeah, I had a powder blue station wagon with neon pink on it. We called it the Beast. It had almost 300,000 miles on it, little 231 V6.
Wow.
Oh my God. You'd floor it and the number 4 spark plug wire would pop off. I still don't know how that happened. Yeah, that was my first car. But I had a stereo in the car before I got my driver's license. And I've just been doing it ever since, and I love doing it. It's fun. Again, it is rough now because it's hot outside. I don't have a building. I just do it in my garage. But yeah, it's a fun little side hustle. I like it. Is it going?
So you say that just your garage, but I think I've seen some video or pictures of you in a fairly big facility.
Oh yeah,
doing so sometimes you do on-site stuff.
It depends on. Right? It's hard because you don't know exactly what tools and what supplies and stuff you need, but. Fast, which I'm wearing one of their shirts, Fast Fuel Systems. They had me swap some stereos in one of their trucks, which I still have to finish because one of them is having problems with the amplifiers. They're just always on. The minute they hit power, they come on. Usually there's a switch, a trigger. So when you turn your car on, it turns the amps on. So they're not on all the time, draining the battery. I've been working with the guys who built the amplifiers there at the Lake of the Ozarks, but still trying to get that figured out. But yeah, I do it if like you have a car where you want to put something in it and you're redoing the car and you can't move it, I can come to your place and do it. So it just depends on what you want. And then I kind of figure out what I need to bring. And
gotcha.
And if I don't have it, I'll just go get it.
So if somebody's interested in something like that, what's the best way to get a hold of you for that?
The best way to get a hold of me is on Facebook. I have a Facebook page. It's like I said, it's called Brinker Audio Solutions. Acronym BASS, BASS.
Oh, okay. And we'll link a.
I'll get you the link, but that's the best way. I also have a TikTok. It's under Brinker Audio Solutions. You can find it there. I put up pictures and videos and stuff.
You're not dancing or anything in these, are you?
You know, sometimes it's like Kevin Bacon in Footloose. I'm so mad I have to dance in a warehouse. So yes, there are some videos of me dancing. You're welcome.
Oh, all right. Well, I might skip that.
Oh, you don't know how good I am.
You know, I'll check it out. But I'm gonna give you my honest opinion.
That's all I can ask for. I have thick skin. Trust me.
So you're finishing your.
You done with yours there, bud?
No, I'm not. It's good though. I actually more
watered down it gets.
Yeah, it's good.
Damn beer drinker. You're a goddamn beer drinker. That's what you are.
Yeah, it's still. Yeah. I'm curious about the Knob Creek though.
Oh, the Knob Creek is really good. It's so good. It's actually a little closer to Scotch. It's got that more of a heavier finish to it because 18 years in a barrel is a long time to be in a barrel. Yeah. At the distillery, we had one of the gins. I don't know if they still have it. I feel bad. I haven't checked. But they had oh my God, I forgot what it was. But it was in a barrel for almost 8.5, 9 years. And it's darker than most whiskeys, but it's a gin. Oh my gosh, it was so good.
So we're not going to talk about what I had you try.
Oh yeah,
in my bar earlier because that is
top secret.
Yes, because that I'm actually bringing that one of those to the Bottle Share podcast we're going to do on Tuesday.
Nice.
And I don't want to. I might get this edited and probably not, but I might get this edited and posted before then, and I don't want them to see it and know what I'm bringing. But
yeah.
When I was at that place, we tried something there, and they said it was there. They can't call it a Scotch because it's not made in Scotland.
It's not made in Scotland.
But they made, and I thought it was pretty good. It's still, it's not as good as the things we had.
Yeah, that's the thing with Scotch is it has to be in Scotch. Bourbon obviously used to be Kentucky. That's been years and years ago getting rid of. But we still have people from Kentucky that are like, well, really? I'm like, no. The government makes the rules, unfortunately, and their rule is bourbon can be made anywhere. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah. We
just went to a place, and I shared one of those beers last time on the Bottle Share podcast, but it was Goodwood Brewing,
Oh, yeah.
and they took over. They're in the old McGurk's in O'Fallon.
Oh my gosh, McGurk's. I
Yeah,
forgot
McGurk's
about
is
them.
McGurk's and Soulard's still there.
Right, yeah.
Lisa worked at both. My wife worked
I've
at
only
both
gone
locations.
Yeah, I've only gone to the one in Soulard.
In the
I
past.
forgot there was a McGurk's in
Yeah,
O'Fallon.
but kind of they didn't really survive after COVID. They were still open a little bit, but yeah, I think that's probably what mostly did them in. But yeah, so this place moved in. It's mostly the same on the inside. Doesn't look much different. But they're from Kentucky. This is the only place outside of Kentucky. You were mentioning Kentucky.
Yeah.
They do all their brewing there. But it's a pretty good place. It wasn't bad. So if people are in the area.
My wife and I, we just don't. There's so many places we should go, like around St. Louis, O'Fallon, and areas like that. We just don't do it. I don't know why. It's just not something we do. We don't like you said. If we want to get a burger or get food and drinks or whatever, we go to Old Dutch in Washington.
Yeah.
Being a homer, I know, but that's the place we go, and we love it. Throw that camera right out the window. Yeah, we got a drink named after my wife at Old Dutch. It's called the Brinker. It is a vanilla vodka White Russian. It is, and it's a double tall. It's not just a little short glass like this. It's a double tall vanilla vodka White Russian.
I need to order one. I haven't done it. You've been telling me this for years now.
Well, but it's not for everybody. A lot of people don't like the heavy cream cocktails. It's too much. But you drink
It's not battery acid, so I probably love it.
You drink motor oil
Yes.
from Guinness. So
Right,
I feel like this is right up your alley.
We when we go there, Lisa always gets the amaretto sour.
Oh, they are.
I like
That's the only place I drink them.
I like the Rod's cream ale. Now they didn't have one. The one day I went there, and that's why I tried the Civil Life rye.
Oh,
I didn't know they had a rye there, and they're like, oh. So anyway, yeah, it was really, all those were really good. But the food's awesome. It's a good place to go.
yeah, we love it. We've been going there since they reopened. Ben Wunderlich is he runs it. I think I'm not sure if he owns it or how that works, but Ben. I went to school with Ben, so I've known him my whole life. And me and my wife Rebecca, we used to ride our bikes around town. And we just happened to ride by one day, and he was outside like cleaning the building or doing something. And I was like, "Oh, hey Ben, what's going on?" And he was talking about it. So he gave us a tour before they opened.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh, it was so cool, and we've been going there.
So you're an OG.
Oh yeah, no, we've been going there since the day they opened. Even before. Damn right,
Good place,
baby.
And
Yes, all of that. Yes. I love the old school radio.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
I almost wore a Cage TR shirt, but I don't know if you know who that was.
Oh yeah,
Do you remember Cage TR from the 103? It was 103.3 in the 80s. I almost wore that shirt, but I'm like, I don't think. Where'd you guys move from?
Before it was Clue.
Yeah, where'd you guys move from?
St. Charles.
Oh, that's right.
And before then it was Lee May. And before then
right.
I
I
was
remember St.
living
Charles.
in North County, and Lisa was still in Lee May, I guess.
South County. Ooh,
Yeah.
Civil War in Missouri. I'm from the north.
So besides the obviously the whiskey and that and the audio, you're into 80s
child stuff.
Yes, 80s stuff. You mentioned your legs are beat up from BMXing.
Yeah.
But the other 80s thing that's kind of stuck with you is the Swatches.
Oh yeah, I love the Swatches. And if you don't know, wear two always. You always wear two Swatches. That's how it works. They came out in 1983. There's an artist named Keith Haring. You'd recognize his work. They're like little kind of bubble characters, but they're different colors. But he's a popular artist. But he collaborated with this company that wanted to make. He just finished his whiskey. He's not happy. He's not happy.
It wasn't bad.
I could tell by your face when you went.
I took a big gulp of it because I really want to try the
18.
I want to try the knob. So anyway, go ahead. Excuse me. I want to try
Phrases you don't say to another dude. I'm just kidding. I want to try the knob. Be gentle. Here, let me get my knob out.
Now my dilemma is: do I leave that in for great content, or do I edit it out so I don't look so bad?
You leave it. It's totally acceptable. It's 2025. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a good stuff. This one, like I said, oops, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I'm gonna give you a little less.
Okay.
I don't think you're gonna like this one.
So this artist,
Oh,
is
yeah,
he the
Keith-
one who designed these watches
Keith
or
Haring-
originated it?
Yeah, what's funny is that he did 5 original swatches in 1983 with his artwork. If you look up Keith Haring, you'll recognize it right away. It's very recognizable. But he did 5 watches originally. And if you have one of those original watches, say you bought it and then you put it in a closet and you forgot about it and you just found it last week, that watch is easily worth 20 to 25 grand. It's crazy. They're just plastic. The whole point of the Swatch, people are like, well, what's Swatch? What is that? Is that the name of the company? It's like, yes, it's a company, but the S is for second and then watch. So during the week, you would wear your Rolex or your Tag Heuer or Tag Heuer or your, Tissot T or whatever fancy watch. But then on the weekend, you have your second watch, which is your plastic banded watch that you don't worry about if it gets damaged or go swimming or whatever. So that's where Swatch came from. And
I had no idea.
yeah, that's what it is. And then another interesting fact that nobody knows is the smart car, that goofy, well, I say goofy, I would love to have one, but that little bitty car, the smart car, it stands for Swatch, Mercedes, and art, because Mercedes is all about art and artistic stuff also, and they wanted to collaborate with Swatch on making something funky and artistic, so they came up with the smart car. So yeah, the S is Swatch, the M is Mercedes, and then art for the car. So that's what the smart car is. Yeah, I just thought it was pretty cool, but I'd love to
I
have
had
one.
no idea about that either.
Yeah, I just learned that like 2 years ago. I didn't know that either. So smell
Learn
it.
something every day.
Smell it. Take it in.
It smells good.
I can't wait. To see
Actually,
your,
it smells good.
can't wait to see your face.
I'm having some camera issues here, but it's recording at the moment, so I better hurry
You
up.
better hurry up and trace it. Oh God, it's very smoky. If you're a Scotch drinker, if you can find the Knob Creek 18, it's got a very, for me, I'm not a big Scotch drinker, but it has a very Scotch-ish type finish, I think. I just love to see people's reactions especially if they're not a whiskey drinker.
It's very accurate as far as the smoky kind of.
It's way smokier than I thought it would be. When I first smelled it, I was like, oh no, this is heading towards Scotch. I was a little worried because we discussed earlier, I'm not a Scotch guy.
Right.
I have a very vivid description of what Scotch tastes like.
Maybe
But
I'm a Scotch guy because I like.
You like this one better?
Yeah, I definitely like this one better.
I think you're a Scotch guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you're all about that Ireland stuff. Mr. and Mrs. Wolfman. That's what I'm going to call you from now on, the Wolfman. And Wolf Woman.
The guys at work call me Viking Joe.
That's a good one. I like that one.
I get a lot of different names.
I like Viking Joe. That's a good one. VJ.
I came in the other day, and it's gonna at some point when I get this room all finished, we're getting there.
It's cool. I like it. It's very, very cozy, very nice.
When I get
like
it all finished, I'll have a sword hanging up here. And
Nice.
I came into work the other day, and it's on my desk. It's sitting on my desk. I'm like, what the?
Are you sure it wasn't a threat? Are you like, we're okay, Joe?
Well, it wasn't stuck in the desk.
Oh, sorry. I'm used to getting threats. That's why I just assumed.
It was laying on the desk. And I was like, okay. I've had other things just
Pop up.
come in and, because I start a little later shift than most of the people.
Oh,
There's a
gotcha.
few of us that come in work later so that we're covering later in case something happens.
A buddy of mine has a replica of Excalibur. Like he's got a big glass
I
case
do
on
as
the
well.
wall. And do you do?
I don't have it in a big glass case.
Oh no,
Yes, I
his
do.
is like, it's probably 4 feet. It's a full size
Yeah.
sword. Yeah. He's got a glass case hanging on the wall. I think he's got like 2 suits of armor that are, I guess, from around that time. I don't know.
I would love to have some armor. But I have one. I've had it since I was a kid.
Nice.
I have a Highlander katana as well.
I bet you there's only one.
Nice. I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
So then, anyway, so that sword, so I'll clean it up a little bit and then I'll put it up in here. And
Yeah, no, I like
Take
the
some-
I like the
take some
I like the
pictures.
room you got. It's cozy.
the only problem with this room, it's back. So this place used to be a church. Emphasis on used to be.
I felt the coldness when I walked in. Ooh, it's chilly in here.
I would love to feel the coldness. You're not going to feel it in this room. This room here, because the furnace in the air handler is on the far side of the building, and we're on the other end. So it doesn't reach here as well. At some point, we've been doing a lot of renovations in here. About half of the first floor is finished. We still need to do this end of it. And then we've done a few things upstairs as well. But anyway.
It's a lot of work. It's a big place.
It's a ton of work.
Yeah.
This room here, eventually I want to have some mini splits in here. I think that's
nice.
the best way to handle it.
Yeah.
But I had to...
Also, if you guys would have just left your kitchen alone, you'd be 2 years ahead.
Exactly.
Let's put it here. Nope. This side. Nope. Let's put it outside. Nope. Over here. Nope.
He's not wrong. We moved the kitchen 3. Well, 1,
2. Yeah, 3.
Well, we moved it
back to the original spot.
3 different renovations, really, because we started renovating where it was at.
Wow.
Moved it, got about 80% done, and then moved it back to where it was. The whole reason, though, was about there being a load-bearing wall.
Oh.
The reason why I moved it from where... So, in location A, we wanted to have this big island moving into the... cutting into the other room, kind of.
Right.
But I couldn't take this wall out that I wanted to take out.
Oh.
And so that frustrated me. And so then I started thinking, well, we can move it over to this room instead. So moved it over there, got about 80% done. And I'm like, you know what? I don't like this. This isn't working.
So
the flow,
close. So close.
the feng shui or,
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Shay feng, whatever it is. It wasn't working for us. And listen, I'm all about eating. And if my wife doesn't
One
have...
of my favorite pastimes.
Yeah, and if my wife doesn't have the perfect atmosphere, to work her craft, it's going to be problematic.
I get it.
So, and thank God she's got enough. She's got the patience to deal with me. But I'm like, hey, what if we move it back over here? But we do this different, But it's actually worked out really good. She loves it, and it's worked out. So,
Yeah,
but it's like what do they call that in baseball? We do like the 3-way thing.
The switch. I don't know.
You move 3 players around or whatever.
Yeah, I don't baseball. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't either.
I race car. I don't baseball. Formula One's on this weekend. I can't.
Yeah. So, but that's what we did. I mean, the kitchen's where the dining room was going to be. The dining room is where the living room was, and the living room was where the kitchen was.
I mean, it works out great. It looks great. The part that's finished looks great. There's still obviously work you got to do, but you knew that coming in.
We're getting
It's not like it was a surprise where you're like, oh my God, we got to redo it? What? A lot of people have that problem when they move into a house and then it's like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
So you knew going in.
And there's a kitchen upstairs as well.
Really?
Smaller.
Oh,
yeah.
I guess that makes sense. There's probably
Yeah, so we've got people living upstairs, and we did the bathroom. So there used to be 2. There was only 1 full bath up here for the master bedroom.
Really?
Yeah, there was only a shower tub combo.
Wow.
And then there was 2 half baths down here and 2 half baths upstairs. So we converted the 2 upstairs into 1 bathroom.
Nice.
With a shower and tub.
Nice.
And then redid that kitchen area up there too. And I also added some bedrooms up there as well. There was really no clear bedroom. Anyway, but I added to 2, 3 rooms? 3, I don't know, something. It's been a long time.
And it's a lot of work. It's fine.
Yeah. I did some work up there.
Yeah. I spend more time
with permits, by the way.
Sure.
I did.
I know.
That was 2 inspectors ago here in New Haven.
Oh yeah, that's right. We have gone through 2. Well, yes. I only knew the one.
Lee.
Yeah. He's the one that we dealt with at the distillery. Yeah, he was all right.
I saw I saw him at Markart's one night.
Really?
Yeah. Him and his wife. They were sitting there at one of the high tops, and we're, I don't know, back a little bit, sitting on one of the low tables. And I told the bartender, I said, hey, send another round over there. Or not the bartender, but the waitress. And I say, hey, send a round over there. Don't tell him who it's from. So she brought, watching him. He's looking around. What's going on? What the hell? So afterwards, I come up. I said, hey, Lee, how you doing? And told him it was me.
I do that at the Old Dutch.
He's
if
a
I
great
see
guy.
somebody, I'll send it. I'll get a drink or whatever, or I'll get a shot sent to him, and then I'll get my shot, and then I'll go over and do it with them.
Yeah,
it's fun. I like it.
No, yeah, that's good times. You got anything going on this weekend?
This week, apparently I have to replace my sink and faucet. My wife sends me a picture today. She's like, "Hey, good news, bad news." I'm like, "No, it's not. It's all bad news. You liar."
If it's plumbing,
because
it's all bad news.
Oh, I can do a lot of things. I can work on cars. I can tear cars apart, put stereos in them. I can do garage doors. I can learn how to do drywall. I can learn how to do anything. But plumbing, nope. Everything leaks always. I've never put something in that didn't leak, and I had to go back and do it again. For whatever reason, water just is smarter than me.
Dude, the plumbing here is kicking my ass.
It's plumbers, for whatever they charge, it's not enough. I don't care.
Here's my experience.
I said what I said.
As a master electrician, my experience is I've done a bunch of work at churches throughout my career. And
oh man, that is good.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
That's really good. I haven't had it with ice before. I usually just drink all my neat.
Yeah. Oh,
This
really?
is the first time I've had it with ice, yeah.
We're going to get a little more of that here in a minute.
That's fine.
But churches, everybody wants to help. If there's a problem, they've got something needs fixing or want to do something. Everybody wants to help.
I never thought
and
of
nobody
that.
knows what the hell they're doing.
I never thought of that. That is
Right?
a
And
pitfall.
and so they mean well.
Have you seen The Money Pit with Tom Hanks?
Yeah. But yeah, so inevitably they get to a point where they got to call somebody in who knows what they're doing. Enter me, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys work on a farm, right? You're not electricians.
So right, exactly. So, but I found that here is the plumbing is really sketchy. I mean, the electric's not it's good now, safe. Got to a point, but but as far as doing plumbing, I always say when it comes to plumbing, I make a great electrician.
That's great. Yeah, when it comes to plumbing, I can put a garage door up. Yep, same thing. Yep, yeah. That works.
So the thing is, it's a minimum 3 trips into Washington to go to Lowe's.
Oh yeah.
To grab the stuff I need.
And I live in Washington, like 2 minutes from Lowe's, and it's still freaking annoying because it's like my wife's like, "Oh, we should go get everything we need tonight." You said everything. Right. Nope. We're gonna get some things we need tonight, and then we'll get some tomorrow, and then I might have it done by Sunday. You're living in a dream world.
Yeah, that with electric, I know exactly what I need. I know how these things work.
Yeah.
I know what I can use in place of or whatever. With plumbing, I know just enough to get myself tied into a whole weekend's worth of work to do an hour's worth of work.
Yes, actually, Tara's partner Eric works for Advanced Plumbing in Washington, and every time I talk to him, I'm like, "How's it going?" He's like, "Oh, it's good." I'm like, "Man, you like doing this?" "Yeah, oh yeah, I love it." I'm like, "You're nuts. Yeah. You're nuts." But if you're good at it, you're good at it, and he's really good at it. So he's been doing it. I just talked to him today. Actually, I saw him on a job site in Washington.
I haven't met him. I hear he's a good guy.
He's a good guy. He's a big dude. He's a very big dude. A little shorter than me, but he's built like a freaking Russian bull. He's a big boy. You don't want to get on his bad side. I can tell you that right now.
I don't intend on it.
Yeah, no, don't. Don't poke the bear. He's a good dude though.
Yeah.
But yeah, he loves doing it, and plumbing for me is, it is. I don't want to. I'd rather drywall, tape, sand, and paint a room than put a sink in. It's so difficult for me. I just don't. It's literally the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It's terrible.
So we've got a toilet. I think it's well. First off, we've got a phantom leak in the tub.
Those are
upstairs.
The worst.
I don't know what Sometimes it'll leak, and then we can go weeks. And I don't know where it's coming from. I've got a piece of wall open behind it.
Oh, to look for, to try and see.
Yeah, that I'm like, like every once in a while, Lisa will say, "We need to put that back up." I'm like, I know, but I'm like,
yeah, but
I'm trying to figure out,
where
is it coming from? And then the other thing is, which is a pretty simple fix, but the gasket between the tank and the bowl.
Oh yeah, but it's such a pain in the ass.
It is
the ring.
Yeah,
hate it.
Yeah, so I gotta pick one of those up. It's just, but maybe I'll do it Sunday. I don't know. It's not gonna happen tomorrow because we're headed down. I didn't know this until just a couple of days ago, but did you know Bonne Terre has a space museum?
Like outer space?
Yeah,
or just it's a big space.
Space museum in Grissom Center. So Gus
No.
Grissom, along with Ed White and Chaffee, I can't remember the other guy's name right off the top of my head.
Really?
They were 3 Apollo astronauts
Right.
that would have been the first to go to the moon, but they died tragically in a fire.
Yes. I
In the
remember that.
capsule
Yeah.
on the launch. I don't even think they were launching. It was a test.
It was
run
like
or
a dry. It was like a run through.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something.
exactly.
Yeah.
And they used to fill the cabin with pure oxygen,
Which is
yeah,
very flammable.
which was just a matter of time before that
Yeah.
bit them in the ass.
Yep.
And a electrical short or something ignited, and they burned to death.
God, that sucks.
Yeah.
No,
But,
I had no idea they had a museum there for that.
I haven't made the connection of why, because he's not from here, Grissom, Tennessee, I think I was reading. But anyway, I just found out that they have this museum down there, but they're having an event this Saturday, which is today's Friday.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Recording days.
Yes.
Friday is tomorrow, and there's going to be an actual space shuttle astronaut going to be there.
Really?
Yeah, and they're going to have for your sci-fi fans, they're going to have a replica model of the Enterprise. I guess the model maker that made it, or something like that. Robbie the robot, if anybody knows who that is. If you've watched Lost in Space.
Lost in Space. Yes. I was like, oh my God, I know that. Why do I know that name? Robbie
Yeah.
the robot.
And plus, just the regular museums are supposed to be pretty cool. So anyway, we're going to go down. And
Yeah,
check
no, I
that
had no
out.
idea. We're going swimming tomorrow. Luckily, we have access to a pool that's not the Washington pool. So,
I bring it up because
Space Museum. I'll have to look that up.
yeah. So some people hear this. Probably, I'm not sure how I'm going to post this yet, but the New Haven Right Now is a podcast I've been doing about stuff in town.
You didn't even say the name of this podcast.
No, because I'm not sure what. Well, this is the JC's Odyssey.
Yeah,
This
that's
will
what I mean. The new name.
Yeah,
of the-
JC's Odyssey.
It's a great
So
name.
yes, and it's podcast, but
Well,
it's
now you're all
podcast.
crooked.
We're
Jesus.
drunk.
All right, you need to stop drinking.
It's a podcast, but it's more than that too. So we're gonna probably do some filming down there, if I can get this fucking camera to work right. And
Hey, who's worried about me cussing? Come on, man.
I'm a little frustrated.
That's fine. I
But
get it.
and it's
This is not helping.
And you've been giving me the knob.
You
It's really good.
Wow. Oh, yep, the knob's going right in your mouth. That's
But we'd probably do some filming down there. But we've been. So I'm interested in the whole thing with the JC's Odyssey. I wanted to do like a little promo thing for it. I'll take advantage of this opportunity now since I haven't done that yet.
yeah, do it.
So the whole thing with that is, I'm on an odyssey to find odd things I see. It was kind of one of the things. I was going to spell it odd, I see, right? But then but there's some rapper out there named Odyssey,
And that's how he spells his name?
and that's how I spell his name.
Wasted. Yeah. that genius idea is wasted.
Yeah, but there's some damn rap guy named Odd I See.
Waste.
Yeah, so those of you who have like looked at the New Haven
Jesus, you all right?
Yeah, the New Haven Right Now Facebook page, and wondering why the hell it says Odd I See, because I was trying to change, and then so that's what the whole deal was with that. So now
I love that Facebook page. It's helpful, and it's,
are you talking about the group, the community thing?
the
group. Yeah,
I enjoy that.
but I actually have a
Yeah, you got your own
not New Haven Right Now
right
podcast page,
Yeah.
but I was going to change it to Odd I See. And then that turned into fiasco, and you wait 60 days to change the name again. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just start a new page for the Odyssey, and then eventually I'll go back to the New Haven Right Now so I apologize, people. That's been a
We'll
mess.
figure it out. We know where you're at.
But anyway, so
Yeah, I wonder what the connection is. Maybe somebody that lives there was just super into the space and science fiction.
I
and
think
stuff
there
like
is a
that.
connection. I just haven't figured it out yet. But I want to get this. I want to get this space shuttle guy on camera, and I want to. I want
Do
to
a
ask
little
him.
interview with him.
I want to ask him what's up with the UAPs and stuff.
Yeah, what is going on with that?
Well, those kind of things really interest
Is he
me.
going to tell you?
Lisa's really into cryptids, which is cool. I like that.
The cryptid. Oh, have you seen That Chapter podcast or listened to That Chapter?
That chapter, I have not.
Yeah, it's a Irish guy on YouTube. It's called That Chapter. He does like, I don't know, like stories about, but he does a lot of paranormal stuff.
Okay.
Like, but he does vampires and witches and cryptids and murder mysteries and whodunits and just weird stories. But It's called That Chapter. If you're into that stuff, check it out. It's awesome. So yeah, that would be something you could put on here too, because people are very interested in that stuff.
Apparently, there was a UFO crash in Cape Girardeau in 1941.
Really?
Yeah, here, hold that up since you got the camera.
Oh crap!
Damn
Here,
it.
I got long arms.
Yeah.
There we go. About
Cape
the
Girardeau,
author,
1941 UFO incident.
George Dudding.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of that.
Yeah, I hadn't heard about it either. And then
Obviously, the one you hear about is Roswell.
down in Piedmont, as I always like to say, Piedmont pants.
Piedmont pants.
Piedmont, there's a UFO. They call it like UFO town or something like that. I don't know, but there's like a plaque down there. Apparently, there's a bunch of
Really?
sightings at some point. So yeah, so Lisa and I are going to start like going out to these places
Oh, you could be the new Art Bell.
and doing a little investigating.
Did you ever listen to Art Bell?
I did all the
Oh,
time
I
when
loved
I was-
Art Bell.
Yeah,
Loved Art Bell.
especially I did some nights, working some nights for a while. We
That's-
did renovations to.
When I worked at Sportland, I was on second shift for a while.
Yeah.
And we listened to radios, and I'd listen.
We
to
would
Art Bell.
roll up to. We did to like. I did a bunch in town here, Panera Bread companies. But then we did a couple of weeks out of town on the East Coast, and we'd roll up at 9:00 when they were closing, and work, and got to be done by 5 or 6, whatever
Yeah.
it was when they opened. You
Yeah.
know, doing these upgrades or whatever, and so I would listen to
Yeah,
him, and
Art Bell was so. I think he was a little over the
Oh,
over
yeah,
the
yeah.
top.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
he had some great stories, and he was just a great storyteller, and he had a great voice, and he was just awesome to listen to.
yeah,
Yeah, I loved Art Bell.
the
Man.
Kingdom of Nye,
Yeah. Yes.
the High
Yes.
Desert or whatever.
The High Desert. Yeah.
Yes. No, he was an icon, and but no, I think I'll get more into it. It's not necessarily for this
Yeah,
conversation.
but no, that's cool that you have a vision of what you want to do and different things. And
yeah, we're going
work
to do
it
a
in
little
there.
bit of
So,
these
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
And not too serious. I mean, we'll have some serious conversations with people when it's needed.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't know that I
situations-
want to focus too much on New Haven politics so much.
Don't. It's a
I was thinking that, but I think I'm going to just stick to. I want to have Lance on, talk
Oh,
about from
Lance.
Master Glass and talk to him
Glass,
about.
Lance and Gary and Judy.
But then also, like I said, and I'll probably list those as a New Haven Right Now episode or something. But I want to keep everything centrally located so I keep my stuff all in one spot. Keep track of it easier. But,
and having people from the town and local people like me. I don't live in New Haven, but I worked here for 8 years, and it's a cool town. It's a great town. Downtown is awesome, and I wish that there were certain things that would get down there and stay there and be focused on what they're doing. Like we were kind of worried that Paddle Stop, unfortunately, we were afraid it might not make it. And Shane has done so much work to make that place a great place.
He's
to
just
go.
done a lot of work in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Putting some fryers in
He's
and
done,
stuff
yeah,
like
he's
that.
done a ton of work down there, and
And,
it's a great place to go.
Yeah, so he's got great food down there, and I think he just put up a post about having 2 new beers too.
Oh, really? Oh, I missed that.
So
Yeah,
So I just it's not like I don't care or whatever about that anymore. I still do, but I just more stuff. I want to follow my interests in bigger picture things, and so
That's the
that's
joys of starting your own podcast. You can do what you want.
yeah.
You
So
can do what
we've
you
got the
want.
Bottle Share podcast, and we still promote a lot of stuff locally down on that too.
Do you guys always do that on Tuesdays? Is that right?
We used to do it on Thursdays, and we
Yeah.
switched to Tuesdays just
Okay.
because. Well, Shane's open on Thursday, and he started getting busy. And
It was hard to do.
the last time we had on a Thursday, he didn't even get over to sit down with us.
Yeah.
So we're doing it on Tuesdays now, and every other Tuesday. And yeah, everybody brings something to drink, and then they we can just kind of discuss it, talk a little bit about it. We all try it.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a great thing to do. We get together with some of our friends. We get together, I don't know, maybe once or twice a month, and we just taste whiskeys.
Yeah.
I buy more than I should. I impulse buy on whiskeys. I'm like, oh, I heard that one's good, and then I'll buy it. That's a bad idea. Don't do that. Because just in probably 2.5, 3 years, I've accumulated probably around 80-ish to 100 bottles, which in the grand scheme of things is small compared to some other people. But I have enough whiskey to last me 3 lifetimes.
So when we come to the podcast to bring a beer, I usually get a 6-pack or a 4-pack. And bring one in because we're just tasting a little bit.
Yeah, everybody just tastes a little bit.
Don't need to get hammered on the damn show.
That would be a great show, though.
We've had our moments.
Rewind.
When we had, have you listened? We did the show with Martin and Eileen from the UK.
Oh, no.
So there are a couple that.
I missed that one.
So Shane's got that space next to his place where RVers and that can park.
Oh, yeah.
And there's an app involved. I don't remember the name of the app, but they find this place, and so they come in, and they can park there and stay. They're expected to come in and spend a little bit of money in this place.
Yeah.
It was a good deal. And so Lisa and I don't know what, we were out doing something, and we're like, let's just go ahead and stop by Paddle Stop, just have one, say hi to everybody, and go home. So we come in here, and Shane's like, hey, these two are from Scotland.
Oh, boy.
So actually, I think she was from Scotland originally, and Martin is from around Cotswold, England, UK. So
yeah,
but apparently they spend a decent chunk of money, and I'll link their YouTube page because they're worth seeing.
Oh, they got their own YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
So they paid a lot of money to have their RV sent over from the UK.
Wow.
To Boston.
Wow.
And they are on their way through and stopped by here. And so anyway, and then followed the Route 66.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of people.
And
do that.
Last video, I think they're in Montana right now.
Wow.
And they're going to go up to Canada. Don't know what that's all about.
Take off, Hazel Hoser.
So they're going
Bob and Doug McKenzie.
Yes.
Oh God, such a great movie, Strange Brew.
Yes.
Brew. Go watch it, you young kids.
Yes. So, but anyway, so got to talking to them, and had a few drinks, and Shane and I basically looked at each other at the same time, and like, I said, should I? He's like, yeah, go get your stuff. So we went and got the podcast gear.
Nice.
And so we sat there. I forgot what the hell I started talking about this for, but we did a. Oh, you're talking about drunk and it'd be a better show.
Yeah.
So we were pretty hammered, and it was hard to keep it on the rails. But had them in, sat in for the podcast, and it's our best rated one.
That's awesome.
It's at the most viewership, but yeah, that's still available. Where all fine podcasts are available, but
Little plug.
yeah, but yeah. So we had a great time, and yeah, it was a little rough keeping it on the rails after drinking some. But
that's the best part about going to bars. So I'm not a big drinker. I mean, I like to sip on a little whiskey now and then, or have a tasting now and then.
Brinker the drinker.
Brinker the drinker. I'm not a huge drinker, but I enjoy going to the bars and stuff to hang out with people and just talk and chit chat.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you forget that time still goes while you're doing that. And you look at your watch and you're like, oh my God, we got here at 6. It's 1:45. What happened? It happens. So I get it.
Yeah.
But that just means you're having a good time. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it was a good time. And like I said, it doesn't happen all the time, but
no, but it's just nice when it does, because you're like, man, that was really fun. I learned a lot. I had a good time. Talked to some nice people. It's great. Just throw it at the wall. Just do it. Do it.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
So with the Knob Creek,
yes. Would you like some
it's
more?
18.
You need more ice?
For sure.
Or are you good?
Yeah, I'll get by.
All right.
Just pour it in there.
He's at the. Oh crap! I think I leave the lid off. It's got a wax cover on it.
That's good.
There you go. I'm gonna get a little more. Yeah, Knob Creek is, like I said, if you're just trying to get into whiskeys or bourbons or whatever. Like my wife, she absolutely was against whiskey. You couldn't convince her that it wasn't going to kill her. We've gone to Louisville 2 or 3 times. We've got her to where she enjoys it, but she has to have something with it. That's the other thing you should try when you do taste. If you get a whiskey, somebody gives you whiskey you want to try, get like the Gardetto's mix, or like butterscotch chips or chocolate chips or white chocolate chips, and you can try those with the whiskey to see which flavors work together, and it makes it a much more a better experience. Pretzels, just something kind of salty and crunchy.
Yeah, all those carbohydrates that if I was going
you don't have to eat
taking carbohydrates,
a bag
I'd be
of
drinking
them.
beer.
You could eat a pretzel. You know that, right? People tell me that with sugar. It's like, you can just have 1 scoop of ice cream. It's like, no,
Right.
rookie.
Well, that's the whole thing. I mean, I noticed that once I had not eaten carbohydrates for about 2-3 weeks. It's tough at work because when it's somebody's birthday or whatever, they bring in donuts. That's like the thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so, they're there. I mean, you walk past them, you eat them, right?
You're going to eat one.
So, but if you've
Without going with
but you don't-
carbs is hard.
you don't know the craving, the addiction you have
Until you cut something
until
out.
you're out of it. Yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, after about 3 weeks, you get away from it, and you're like, "Wow, I don't
need it.
you don't
don't crave
feel
it.
it."
Yeah.
But if all it takes is like one binge.
Not even a binge. If
Yeah.
you're like, I'm technically addicted to sugar. I think sugar should be a controlled substance. It is. I've never had heroin, but I feel like it's as addictive because I can't get away from it. Like, there's some days where I'm like, man, I got to have something sweet. Like, it is a drive, like even just a candy bar or, just like a mini candy bar, just something. You all right? That one
I'm
hit
good.
you hard?
No, I'm good.
But yeah, sugar is probably one of the most addictive substances on the planet. It's crazy.
Yeah, no,
And it's
agree.
in everything we eat. That's why McDonald's fries are so good. They got sugar in them.
Yeah.
It's addictive. They keep you coming back for more. And they know it.
Yes.
Big burgers coming to get you. Instead of big tech or big pharma, it's big fast food.
It's all the same. They're all in
cahoots.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
They're all in a big cabal.
Yeah, trying to get our money.
We could do a whole episode on that.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Go down a rabbit hole of conspiracy theories or facts, whatever you want to call them.
Right.
Some people use conspiracy theories. I use facts. Whatever. Same thing.
Yes. I'm trying to stay out of the political realm.
It's a terrible, terrible place to be. I avoid it at all costs. I have friends and stuff that post stuff both sides on Facebook all day long, and I'm like, oh my God, do something else.
Yeah,
Do anything else.
It just seems like it's like what's that thing at the water park at Six Flags where they get that tunnel,
that circle
that
where you
cone
just
thing,
it's
and
a giant toilet.
And you just exactly.
You're just a turd going down the slide.
And you fight it, but it's inevitably everything gets sucked into there.
Yeah. It is a dark hole of hatefulness and despair. Don't do it. Stay away from politics, people. We don't need it.
Jeez.
I know it's rough.
It's so polarizing.
Yeah. Well, there's no middle ground anymore. There used to be middle ground, and now both sides are so.
Well, it's like the old school gangsters, right? There was some respect there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
didn't shoot innocents, or
There were rules.
What I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There was a code of ethic, if you could say that for
But for gangbangers,
criminals, but-
but no, that's not. It's just.
But that's all out the window.
Yeah, it's
now.
all out the window. It's all, you're wrong, this is why, you're wrong, this is why. And it's like, no, you're both wrong. It's all horse crap.
You just gotta wait, wait till the end of whoever's term, and see, you're better.
Yeah.
Things are better than they were or whatnot.
But to be fair, has any president made your life better? Ever?
I think someone definitely made it worse.
Yeah.
I
I mean, yes. But I don't ever remember people being like, oh, yeah, he's president now. The next 4 years have been the best 4 years. But there are people that feel that way, but the numbers don't bear it. Like whether it was Bush or Obama or Clinton or Reagan or whoever, the followers of that group is like, yes, this is the best. But the other guys are like, no, that's the worst. It's like, well, but the numbers, you can look at the numbers and see.
You never vote for the best guy. You always vote for the least worst.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. It's the lesser of two evils every time, especially the last, 3 or 4 elections we've had. Yeah. It's, oh my God. Now I'm depressed. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I collect BMX bikes.
So you have bikes as well as the watches.
I collect.
Right?
I'm a giant child, but I collect 80s BMX bikes also.
How many? So getting back to the watches.
Oh,
how many watches do you have? You think?
Oh man,
I went to your. So you had a birthday party.
Oh yeah.
I was over there.
I showed you some of them.
And I was like,
I've gotten way more since then.
I was like, he's not just a nerd. He's a freak.
Nerd. Yeah, freak.
He's got a problem.
The license plate on my car is Swatch. It says Swatch on my license plate.
So if you get cut off,
well, yeah,
you know who it is.
Yeah, but people are like, "Are you like a carpet salesman?" Yes, yes. I have swatches in my car of carpets. Yeah.
Paint swatches.
I think at last count, somewhere between 85 and like 110, maybe. Which again is small.
What are you like selling them and trading them or what?
No, I just collect them.
Because it's a wide range, 85 and 110. That's what is that?
Yeah. It's 30.
25?
25, yeah. I just...
Math,
yeah,
baby.
That's not me. Math for me is... like, okay. So, both of them. I'm the... Yeah, you're the approved. No, I haven't counted them recently. And I haven't bought a lot recently. But they're nice. I love vibrant colors and bright colors. And that's who I am as a person. I try to be seen and heard instead of one or the other. I'm just like, I'm both. Like my bike, my favorite bike I have is a neon pink 87 dyno. I mean, you can see it's like Hunter Orange. You can see it from 10 miles away. But it's just awesome. The brighter, the better.
Did you say Dynaglide?
That's what I put on the seat when I sit on it, because those hard plastic seats go right up. Yeah, no, I said Dino. Such a good reference.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm glad you got that.
We need to do an 80s movie song reference thing. But yeah, the swatches for me are, it's about the color and the nostalgia of it. And like I said, when highlighters came out in the 80s, it was people don't understand how life-changing it was for us, because everything was black, blue, or red. That was it.
Yeah.
Crayons were colors, and then neon yellow came, and then we had neon pink and orange and green and all this. It just was my brain just went, yes, I want all of this. And I still do. I just never grew up.
I'm going to leave out the details. Not that I don't want to talk to. It's a whole nother rabbit hole to get into. But there was a point in my life where I was working out heavily at bodybuilders.
Nice.
On lands down there. And it's a gym that Lou Ferrigno would stop at on his way between New York and L.A. when he was filming The Incredible Hulk.
Incredible Hulk, baby.
But their ads would always be, it was Mike Barberi.
Oh, yeah.
And he'd say, if your body's not becoming to you, it should be coming to us.
That is great advertising.
Right?
That is amazing.
But I had so it's NPC, which in part of my life means non-player character.
Yeah, I was like, that's not the same NPC.
The National Physique Committee. But it's a white shirt with this really, what do you call that? Like a boat neck or something?
So you can show off your chest and your traps. And everything.
Exactly. Like that. And then kind of crop.
Cut halfway so you can show off your abs and your biceps.
Yeah. And like,
probably had big old sleeves.
8 sizes too big.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
But it was like Miami Vice. It was white with the Miami Vice pastel colors, like you're talking about.
I almost wore a Miami Vice shirt today too.
That would have been awesome. I loved Miami Vice when I was
It
younger.
was like a movie every Friday night.
Well, Michael Mann's. I mean,
he's a genius.
Yeah.
I have the complete DVD collection of it from 1985 to 1989. And what's cool about it is it's a leather case, but it looks like alligator skin, because Sonny Crockett Don Johnson,
shoes.
he wore alligator huaraches.
Yes.
So the case is like a white alligator skin box. Oh, it's amazing. I got goosebumps. It's so amazing. I watch it probably twice a year. I go through the whole season.
I always try to get my hair to look just like his.
Oh my God.
I'll admit, I wouldn't. It's because of that fucking Knob Creek. Otherwise, I wouldn't say that.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, no, there were at least 60 big name celebrities that started on Miami Vice.
Yeah. No.
Tons of them. Ben Stiller,
Al Bundy. Not as Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill.
Yes.
I just said his name. Ben Stiller, Julia Roberts, Phil Collins was on there. Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis was on there before or right after he was on Moonlighting, maybe about the same time.
Yeah.
It's just Benicio del Toro. I mean, if you look up the list of people that was on Miami Vice, it is a virtual who's who of actors from the mid to late 80s to, even today, there's still a bunch on there.
It's very outdated.
It is outdated.
If you look at it, I mean, it's so corny, but
at
back
the time,
in the day, it was the shit.
My mom was so mad I watched that show. Because they dealt with drugs and sex, and I watched it. She didn't like it, but oh my God, every Friday night I was in front of that television. You couldn't peel me with that and the Dukes of Hazzard and Knight Rider. You could not get me away from those shows.
Who was the I can see her face now, the singer that was his girlfriend?
Sheena Easton.
Sheena Easton.
Yeah. Sheena Easton was on there. That was his girlfriend. She got spoiler alert, she got shot. Sorry.
And Sonny was supposed to be the bodyguard.
Yeah, and she got shot.
She should have hired Kevin.
Actually, she got shot protecting him.
She should have hired Kevin Costner.
Yeah, he'd have been better. He kept Whitney alive for a while.
Right.
Till
Bobby Brown got a hold of her.
Yeah,
fucker.
Bobby Brown and Chris Brown. I wonder if they're related. Yeah, no, Miami Vice. So they got sued because Crockett drove the Ferrari.
Was the Corvette?
Yeah, it was a Corvette. It was a Corvette kit car.
Yeah.
So the first car he had was a 72 Ferrari Daytona Spider.
Yeah.
That one got blown up by Ted Nugent. He shot a rocket into it. Yeah. That's a great episode. But then they got the Ferrari, the Testarossa, but they initially did it as a Corvette kit car.
Yeah.
And Ferrari sued them. They're like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. The only way we're going to drop this suit is if you use a real one and you only have Ferrari. So that's why in Miami Vice, most of the bad guys drive Ferraris.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was, God, that show. I could talk about that show forever. It was, who his first partner was before Tubbs? Trivia question.
No, I'm not recalling that.
Jimmy Smits.
Oh, yeah.
He was on the first episode and he got blown to shit.
Jimmy Smits was on Dexter.
Yep. Oh God, Dexter.
Which actually, Dexter's just in a couple weeks. The
new
Dexter Resurrection.
Resurrection. Yeah. Oh man, I love Dexter. The best one was the Trinity Killer. What's his name? Oh my God.
Yeah, Bigfoot.
Harry John Lithgow.
Yeah,
John Lithgow was a Trinity Killer.
There's something on the wing.
Oh my God, that was such a good movie too. Yeah. Bart Simpson was in that movie.
Yeah.
Yardley Smith was the girl who got put in the TV by the kid from the Hogan family.
Oh. So
I have got to get a life.
So the original Twilight Zone episode with Something on the Wing was William Shatner.
Yep. Which is also the face for Michael Myers in Halloween.
Yes.
It's a mask.
Yes.
Oh my God, we have got to get women. We're such nerds. Such nerds.
Friday night, we're sitting in my fucking
basement.
Corner
room.
We're
in the basement. That's all right. Yeah, I could talk about 80s movies and music forever. I'll be honest with you. I haven't listened to new music. And when I say new music, I haven't listened to anything new since probably before the year 2000. Like, I'll hear it if I'm with somebody, but I don't listen to the radio. All I listen to is, I still listen to CDs in my car or on my USB stick or whatever. I have like 3,000 songs, and I think the newest one is probably from 1994.
So you're Mr. Car Audio guy,
Yeah.
and you're listening to this stuff on
It
a
sounds
memory
awesome.
stick.
The synthesize, you know what I mean. Yeah, or I have Android Auto and Blue and Pandora and stuff. But when I don't want to listen to commercials, I just put that in and hit random, and then I got 3,000 songs that I can listen to without commercials.
I've got Android Auto in my car.
I love it.
And I have to drive an hour to an hour back home from work. And when I'm not listening to great podcasts like this one,
Awesome podcast.
I'm listening. I usually I subscribe to YouTube just because I listen to YouTube Music.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I also get the commercial for YouTube videos because a lot of the podcasts I watch on YouTube as well.
I was watching, so I follow true crime stuff too, like Dateline and stuff like that. So the Brian Koberger case, he's the guy that killed those 4 students in Wyoming or wherever that was. I was watching a video about that, and in the middle of the video, they were doing a paid advertisement for something. Yeah. And in the middle of that paid advertisement, they ran a commercial. I'm like, oh my God, I just got inceptioned for fucking commercials. What the shit? It was a 3-layer commercial. Unfair. Screw you, YouTube.
You're sitting at home on your couch. You're like,
Yeah, I'm like, holy shit, what's real? Yeah. It was a commercial in a show, and then they had a commercial during the commercial. I'm like, oh my God, come on.
that's crazy.
Capitalism.
But I listen. But like I said, YouTube Music, so I can stream that or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's why I get warnings about using 50 gigabytes of data in a month.
Yep.
But yeah, I what you say about older music? I mean, I listen to some newer stuff as well, but it's eclectic stuff. I don't listen to stuff on the radio because
Every
stuff they
15
play on
minutes.
the radio is crap.
Yeah, it's always the same stuff.
Yeah.
Like I used to love K-She, but K-She and all the oldies stations, the 80s stations like 103, 80s and 90s, whatever. It's like they have 110 songs on rotation. It's always the same songs.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about my little stick I put in my car. Like I said, it's like I think I have 3,400 songs on there. You could drive for years and not hear the same song twice.
I loved it when you used to be able to burn a CD with MP3s.
Oh my God.
Because then you could put hundreds of
songs.
Yeah. That was cool.
It's funny you say CDs. When I was doing in the 90s, the car audio, I had a Saturn, and I had a radio that controlled up to 6 12-disc changers. You remember those? Where you had like the little magazine that you could put 12 CDs in it?
Yeah.
So I had 5 12-disc changers in my car, all running off my radio. So I could put, 60 CDs in my car in 1991 or 92. So I could put 60 CDs in my car and never have to change them out. I just had to pull a magazine out and put the new one in.
Yeah.
Such a dumb thing. Yeah.
And now, I mean, literally.
Now you can put millions on a
just-
thing that's half the size.
Yeah. Or like I said, you just stream it.
Yeah, just stream it, and you
can
can hear whatever you want. Yeah. I like the random stations like I do like a Devo station or an Oingo Boingo station because you hear a lot of stuff from the 80s that they didn't play on the radio.
Yeah.
More new wave, punk, whatever you want to call it.
I like blues stuff. I like some Celtic rock.
Yeah, I can't do the blues. The closest to the blues I get is Led Zeppelin. Their first 2 albums.
Matter of fact, a band called Enter the Haggis, they've let us use their music for
Really?
for the Bottle Share podcast. That's the theme music for that.
I didn't know that.
And I'm pretty sure we're okay to use it for this one too. I've got a different song picked out for this one.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure I've procured the okay for that.
Enter the Haggis?
Enter the Haggis. They're great. They're
It's amazing.
they're a
name.
band out of Canada.
A.
Yeah, but I
It's
think
like Arkansas.
I think the one guy was born in Scotland, but I saw them years ago.
I've never heard of them.
At the Kansas in Kansas City for their Irish festival there, which is a pretty big event down there.
Yeah.
We've been down there several times, and they have a lot of bands playing. Last year, it was Red Hot Chili Peppers was like one of the main ones.
They not gotten sued.
They were awesome, though, dude. They were
Chili
awesome.
Peppers. Oh, it's
Playing all
amazing.
your favorite tunes, but
Celtic-ish.
Yeah, with bagpipes.
Bagpipes.
But anyway,
Bon
Enter the
Scott,
Haggis,
AC/DC.
Enter the Haggis, they were awesome, and I bought one of their. I bought some merch. Yeah, and I had a hoodie that's got
Some
Enter the
swag.
Haggis on it. It says Enter the Haggis, and it's got this haggis looking creature thing on it. I
That's
think or whatever.
amazing. It's like Eddie from Iron Maiden. But
Yeah, kind of
haggis.
something like that. But we took that to. I wore that when we went to Scotland, and I got a couple pictures. Matter of fact, my profile picture right now on Facebook is that. It's this picture of me looking off.
I didn't notice it.
In the and we're in the Highlands. I'm looking off at these mountains, and it's just you see me from the back with that hoodie on, and I sent that to. I was talking to Trevor from the band. I was emailing back and forth with him, and I sent
dropping names,
Yeah.
Mr. Fancy.
And I sent
I
that
know
to
Trevor.
I sent that to him, and I said. He said something about me being, did he say cheeky or
That sounds
something
right.
because I wasn't showing my face or whatever. But I was like, I was trying to be. It's more about showing
the band
that I
name.
was supporting the
Yeah.
band over there.
Yeah, the cheeky. That's a popular. Obviously, you know that.
But they just finished the tour. I mean, they're known all around, but they were doing a tour. It was kind of like it was Exit the Haggis. Because they, I guess Trevor's son is having some medical issues.
Oh, that sucks.
And so they're not touring.
Oh, that sucks.
So they kind of, I don't think they broke up, but they stopped touring.
Yeah,
for right now.
it sucks though when you can't.
It's a shame.
Yeah, when you can't make new music, it's a shamus.
But the fact that that's horrible. The fact that the guy took time to communicate with me and all that when he's got and I think
that's awesome.
him and I think he's producing a album for one guy who's doing his own thing, which is I think it's Haggis X1. So is there a Rush album like Cygnus X1 or something like that?
Yes.
It's
I'm not sure.
It's kind of a nod
Play
to
on
that
that
because
one?
I guess because he is a Rush fan. This guy.
A lot of people are Rush fans.
I want to say his name is Brian. I hope I didn't get that wrong. The guy.
Right.
But these are like founding members, whatever. But
that's cool that he takes the time to talk to you when he's got other stuff that going on.
I mean he's pretty quick with the response or whatever. But hopefully you'll hear that in the intro here. But
I'll have to look it up. Also, look them up.
Their song is Donald, where's your Donald, where's your trousers? Yeah.
Was it
And
Donde es pantalones?
The,
Where's my pants?
Yeah. Because he's wearing a kilt.
That's hilarious. That makes total sense.
It's a great song. It's kind of funny, But
I need to look that stuff up. Like there are some newer. Like I don't like the newer pop. And
I think the
rock.
song is old.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's why I don't listen to like newer pop and rock stuff because it does. I don't know. I guess I'm too old. I guess I'm going through what my parents went through with my music, because my mom, oh my God, NWA, Eazy-E, Ice-T, Ice Cube, NWA. We don't know what that stands for, but that's the stuff I listen to. I transitioned to rap. I went from like Duran Duran and the 80s pop stuff to hardcore rap in like 1987. Thanks, Tipper Gore. If it wasn't for her getting the parental advisory on the albums, I'd have never heard it. Two Live Crew. I'd have never heard of Two Live Crew from Miami.
That's what
Tipper
they say about
Gore.
like Bill Clinton and Barack Obama. What they've done for gun sales in the U.S. is you could say that
It's the same thing.
They've done the same for record
The
sales.
more you tell people you can't have it, we want it.
Yeah.
Like I was a 15, 14-year-old growing up in the Midwest. I had no idea what an iced tea. I knew an iced tea was a glass of tea. Yeah, no, he's
Sweet
a rapper.
or unsweetened, right?
Yeah. Oh, diabetes, sweetened, 100%
But
sweetened.
you mentioned Duran.
You know where their name came from? It's a popular movie.
I think I heard this, but
It's a popular movie. Jane Fonda was in it.
Okay.
Hot young Jane Fonda was in it. Barbarella.
Oh, Barbara.
There was a doctor called Dr. Durant. He was. I think it was Durant, and they took the T off, and that's where they got Duran Duran from. I'm a wealth of useless knowledge.
Those things are great for a medium like this.
Yeah, but that's just you learn stuff over the years. Like I obviously didn't know
you're going to
that.
be a repeat guest with that kind of crap.
That's fine. I'll bring crap all day long. That's what I do.
But those kinds of things I hated when they first come out. I mean,
Really?
Too
poppy and synthy. And
I was not as open about stuff.
How old were you in like how old?
Well, I'm 58 now.
Okay, so you're 6 years older than me. So you were in high school when all that stuff came out. Okay, well that makes sense. That makes sense.
I mean, honestly, I was Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin.
Makes total sense. I get it.
So I was in the 70s stuff, even though I was in the 80s.
I hate the grunge because it killed the 80s. It's obviously great music. All those bands that came out. Oh my God, I can't think of anything. Nirvana and Pearl Jam and all those big name grunge bands.
Yeah,
hated them.
Soundgarden.
Soundgarden's the only one I really like. Chris Cornell's voice. There's something about his voice. It's one of the most powerful voices.
He's one of my favorite singers.
He is one of the most powerful singers I've ever heard, and I can appreciate that. Their first album or I guess it was their first maybe mainstream album. Yeah. It was incredible. I still listen to it. I love it. But Eddie Vedder, I can't. Oh my God, what are you saying? Also, he really rubbed me the wrong way when he's like, well, I don't want to be famous, and I hate that I can't go out with my family and just relax. Don't make albums. I don't make albums. I can go wherever the hell I want. Ain't nobody know me.
He's not sending the checks back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he took the money. Yeah. But yeah, I had pictures of Duran Duran in my locker. Yeah. When you're a 12-year-old kid, boy, and this is the 80s we're talking about, so bear with me. But if you've seen Duran Duran in 1982, 83, they look like chicks. They just did. Androgyny was huge in the 80s. Yeah. It didn't mean anything to us. I just loved the music. But I had more pictures of dudes in my lockers than women. I had BMX bikes on one side, and then Duran Duran and Oingo Boingo and, Run DMC, on the other side. But man, I caught flack for that.
Yeah. So
the 4 hottest women from the hairband era is Poison. I remember walking through Walmart with my mom, and I came across, and the album was there for Look What the Cat Dragged. No, Look What the Cat Dragged In was their first album, or Open Up and Say Ah. Open Up and Say Ah. So I remember looking at that album, and it's got the 4 pictures of them, and I'm like, oh my God, those chicks are hot. Makeup, big hair, blonde hair, just gorgeous. And then I'm like, wait, his name's Vince. Uh-oh. Yeah, I literally thought it was 4 chicks.
But like now, Come Undone by Duran Duran.
Oh yeah,
it's like one of my mixes. I mean,
hated songs from Duran.
Really?
Yes.
I like it.
I know it's a great song. It's a great song.
But there's a lot of stuff that I appreciate now that I didn't before. And
Rush is that for me. I hated Rush when I was growing up.
Really?
I liked Tom Sawyer. Mm-hmm. I liked a
bubblegum songs.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're not. That's the ones I heard on the radio.
Yeah.
What I have found as I've gotten older is go get the deep cuts.
Yeah.
Go get their least popular album and listen to the second and third to last song on that album.
Yeah.
It's gonna rock. One of the best bands to go back and listen to their old stuff that you never hear is Queen.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have any Queen.
I love Queen.
But the first 8 or 9 Queen albums, there's probably 80 songs that people have never heard, and they are awesome.
They did the soundtrack to the best movie ever.
Oh, yes, they did. Flash.
No.
Flash Gordon.
No.
Yes.
No.
What?
Highlander.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Highlander. But they also did Flash Gordon.
They did.
Yeah.
That was a good.
I knew it was a Highlander. I just went with Flash because it was terrible. It was so bad.
Dickhead.
That's me. That's what I do. Yeah, no, Highlander is a great film, and it's a great soundtrack. Yeah, Queen is, my God, they got so many good songs.
Yeah, they do. They do.
But B-sides,
arguably one of the greatest male rock vocalists of all time.
I feel like him and oh my God, my brain is like I said, my brain is not braining. Zeppelin. Robert Plant.
You really think he's a great? I like his voice. I don't know if he's one of the greatest.
I think he is. Because he's got such a range and such a he does nice like blue, like their first albums are like bluesy and real like low key and stuff. And then you have from like 4 up to like Presence and Physical Graffiti and Cashmere and all those songs.
So are you saying as far as what you like or what you think is actually the best?
I would put him in the top 3
as far as what you think are the best.
Yeah,
I would put Chris Cornell above him.
Oh no, Well, it's an era thing.
Yeah,
like you almost have to separate them. No, but all time, I guess you don't have to. Yeah,
not really.
All right, calm down. Put your fist down. Oh, your camera's working. Nobody see. But I would put Cornell in my top 5. But I would put Page or Plant above Cornell. But Cornell is.
I may put Page above Plant, but
Page is the best guitar. The guitar players is a whole nother thing. But yeah, there's so many good artists, and I'm just fascinated at how a lot of these guys just taught themselves. Like Tony Iommi from Black Sabbath, he's missing 2 of his fingers.
High school shop accident.
Yeah.
And that's on his string finger.
Yes,
or
exactly.
His, where he's playing the chords with.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so amazing.
He's got he created
the little extensions
or whatever.
Yeah.
He's a hell of a guitar player.
Oh my god!
And he doesn't get the credit.
No,
he deserves.
No, because people are like, "Oh, Black Sabbath, they're devil worshippers."
Have you seen it? If you look on YouTube, there's a video of him and Brian May from Queen.
Really?
Yeah, they're kind of buddies. They're like hanging out and.
Is he an astrophysicist like Brian May?
No.
He's got like 6 degrees.
Right.
Crazy.
No, there's a there's a video though. I think Iommi's playing. I can't remember what the song is, but a Sabbath song, and Brian May kind of jumps in and is like adding to it. It's like who else could do that?
No,
but those 2.
No. Yeah, there might be 2 other guitar players. Randy Rhoads probably could.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
And Page. I put him in the top 3 of guitarists. Also,
have you seen? So branching off from Randy Rhoads, have you seen Zach Wilde playing NIB on a Hello Kitty guitar?
Oh my god!
And singing that song.
I have not,
dude. You gotta look
hilarious.
that up.
Zach Wilde's such a big dude.
Yeah,
with his little Hello Kitty guitar.
It is.
Oh my god,
phenomenal. Yeah, you got to look it up on YouTube.
Oh my god,
that's worth seeing.
Oh my god, Zach Wilde.
But you were, geez, what did you say a minute ago? You were talking about
musicians, guitars,
yeah,
singers.
But it's good. I branched off and left it behind.
Alcohol, boys and girls.
Yeah, no, something along the lines with the two. I don't know. Well, this is something different. I just thought about this too, but I don't know if you Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh my God! Yes.
Have you seen the video of him and his brother Jimmy Vaughan? And Stevie's sitting there playing a double neck guitar.
Wow.
And or was it even just a single guitar? I can't remember. But anyway, it's a live show, and Jimmy's like walks up and he's like, like looking at him from behind, like pointing him, like, what's this?
This guy
whatever,
doesn't know
right?
what he's doing.
You're like,
yeah,
right. And then he leans over and like joins in and is playing the same guitar as.
They're playing it together.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a video worth seeing.
Oh my God. No.
You talk about another tragic loss. You talk about Randy Rhoads, but I mean Stevie Ray Vaughan. I mean, they got
Stevie Ray Vaughan just. That was a bad day for me. It's like the day when Sam Kinison was killed. He finally got his shit together, quit drinking, quit doing a lot of cocaine, got married. He was on his way back from Vegas to go on his honeymoon, and a drunk driver plowed into him on the highway, and he died on the highway in his brother's arms. Come on.
And supposedly he's like, no. He's like saying something like, no. And he's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. He's like, no, I don't want to go. Oh, okay, I'll go. And then lights out.
I saw him at Mizzou shortly before that. I can't remember the exact time frame.
I had tickets to go. He was supposed to come to St. Louis 6 or 8 months after he had a show coming up. Yeah. I had tickets. I still have them. I have the 2 tickets in a like one of those sandwich sealers where you seal them in. So I have them sealed in there. Yeah, I still have the tickets, and I never got to go to the show. I was so mad. I was in survey of rock music class at Community College of Merrimack. Nice.
and the instructor played trumpet or some sax or something like that for a Soulard Blues band.
Oh, nice. I remember
Yeah.
them. I haven't seen them
He
in a
would
long
come in.
time.
Not out no, but he would come in hungover a lot, and be like, "Hey, we're just gonna listen to some music today,"
Oh, that's amazing.
But he come in and told us about Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh.
So that's how I found out.
Died in a
about him.
helicopter.
Yeah,
It sucks. Yeah, it's like all the good ones. Well, not all the good ones, but a lot of the good ones end up going. It's like Courtney Love. Nope, still here. Why? Why are you still here? Why Kurt? Obviously, I'm not a fan of grunge, but I could appreciate Kurt's creativity and his voice. Something about his voice also. Him and Chris Cornell.
They say she killed him.
I believe it. She's nuts.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Could be. I don't know.
I don't like her. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
No.
But yeah, all the good ones end up gone. The 27 Club.
Yeah.
You got Hendrix and Joplin, Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
Man, I can't even think.
I didn't know anything about her really.
I didn't know anything about her.
A couple of months
she is
ago,
an incredible singer.
A couple of months ago, I came across a song of hers on YouTube Music. It's not too. It's in my playlist now.
Yeah, my
rotation.
My wife played a song for me from her, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I had no idea.
I had no
idea.
Belushi's in that club.
Oh yeah, Belushi.
Chris Farley.
Oh yeah, Chris Farley. Yeah, there's a ton of people in the 27 Club. Jim Morrison.
Could be.
He might have been in his 30s.
Janis Joplin.
Janis Joplin was in there. Yeah.
You said Hendrix already, right?
Hendrix. Yep. I couldn't.
That's crazy.
Janis Joplin is one that I couldn't do either. My wife loves her.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. I like me and Bobby McGee. Obviously, again, bubblegum songs. Now, I don't have any of her other albums, so I guess if I would get I take my own
Ball and
advice.
Chain's a great song.
I need to go buy some of her all of her albums.
Now I have her band. Now I can't think of the name of her band. Big Brother and Holding Company.
Big Brother and Holding Company.
They still tour.
They're still touring?
I don't know about right now, but they did for a long time. And I've got a version of Ball and Chain that Sophia. I can't think of it. Sophia Lamas, maybe, or something like that. I'm trying to remember what they say on the thing. I don't know her. I don't know anything other than this. But anyway, she was singing on that song, and it was in Germany.
Oh.
Because I know when they started, they were like, "Ein, zwei, drei."
Oh, nice.
But and then Danke at the end. Or
oh
whatever.
yeah.
But yeah, it was live in Germany. But they played that song, and the guitar player is one hell of a guitar player on that.
That's crazy. They're still going.
Yeah.
I mean, even within the last 10 years.
Yeah, wasn't who was the guy from the Doors?
The keyboard.
Yeah.
Yep.
They
were
went
just
on and played for a while.
God dang it, his name is right there, but I can't remember it.
Yeah. Mans or something.
Manzarek. Yeah, something Manzarek. That's his last name. Yeah. With Germans, Nena, who did 99 Luftballons or 99
Nina?
Red Balloons. It's a Nena.
Is it?
Sir.
Whatever. I'm sorry, you're
She's
the
German.
80s. You're the 80s.
She's German. I've only heard her pronounce Nena, but yes, Nina. She has 18 albums. She's still making albums.
Really?
That's the only song I've ever heard from her. But she is still an icon in Germany. Yeah.
The European rock's kind of weird, isn't it?
It is. Not as bad as Nordic death metal. Or black death metal. Not Nordic, but...
Well, the Nordics are aliens, right?
Yeah, I know. I've met you. I can see it in your beady little eyes and your long head. You freak. I'm 5'2", but my hands fit 19 inches long.
5'10", damn it.
Oh, sorry. You're giant.
Sorry, I'm not Nephilim.
Yeah. Oh, when are you going to get your growth spurt? Boom.
No, I tangent, but
That's fine.
I hear a lot of weird,
tangents.
a lot of interesting but weird stories about encounters with people that they think are Nordic. They call them the Nordics, but they're aliens. They're tall, white-haired, beautiful, and they.
So other people are just jealous, so they're not going to call them aliens.
Yeah, people have come being at a casino or something. I heard a story by Richard. No, God dang it, I can't think of his name now. Richard.
We're so old.
I know.
Dawson Pryor.
No, you wouldn't know him.
Oh,
he's in like the UAP UFO stuff.
oh,
Richard Dolan. Richard Dolan.
I don't know that name.
About this ex-military guy who's with his wife and a third person, and she is a psychic medium kind of thing. And they're walking, and she like stops, and she points at this Nordic-looking couple, both very attractive, male, female, both white hair, and says they're not human. She can hear them thinking. Yeah, so more of that on other episodes. We won't get into all that. But anyway, you said Nordic, and it made me think about that. But interesting stories, but you said Nordic, and it made me think of that.
Some of that stuff I can't get behind.
It's crazy.
Like ghosts and stuff like that. I just can't. I'm not that I don't believe it, but I just can't get behind some of the stories that people tell. It's
well, like Carl Sagan said, you know, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, right?
Yes. Yeah. And just because you say you had this happen. Now, I've had weird things happen, and I've told people, and they look at me like I'm an alien. So I get it.
Well, you look like one. So.
Okay, well, yeah, I do. Knuckle dragon. I look like Slender Man, except I'm Fat Man. Slender Man.
What the hell were we talking about when you said about Nordics?
Death metal.
Oh yeah.
It's not Nordic. It's
yeah.
It's one of the Icelandic countries.
You know, who's that? Duhas.
Duhas. Yep.
So,
oh God, my brain. Go ahead. I'll think of it.
So I don't remember the name of their song, but I was curious about the lyrics. So online I had them translated. Dude, that's some weird, dark stuff.
Yeah. Have you seen their concert?
Like some incest stuff.
Oh yeah, it's German.
I was like, oh yeah, German incest. Yeah,
German.
okay.
Yeah, no, they are. Most things aren't taboo. I mean, I hate to say, not that everybody, but I mean, it's less taboo over there than it is.
They make some good beer, though.
Yeah, I'm not a beer guy. What the hell's the name of that band? Why can't I remember that band?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, their concerts are crazy too. He wears this vest that shoots flames like 80 feet, like in a circle around him. It's insane. Yeah, but they do all this makeup and stuff. It's kind of like Gore, but not as over the top.
They are some crazy dudes.
Yeah, the lead singer passed away a couple of years ago. That sucks. Yeah, I don't put him in any. He's not in the top 10 of anything, but they were a great show. They were great to watch. I love Gore.
That's almost like cosplay rock.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I mean, I listen to classical music. So like on my playlist, you'll hear Bach or Glenn Miller. I love Glenn Miller. The piano.
I love me some 20s. Bachman Turner Overdrive.
BTO. Yeah, I love BTO.
Glenn Miller, huh?
It's so funny that I'll be listening to
the Glenn Miller theme is good.
Glenn Miller theme.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't.
The actual. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was my brain stopped again.
I'm like, I don't know what else to say.
No, exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, but I mean, you'll hear Frank Sinatra, and then you'll hear Glenn Miller, and then you'll hear Du Hast, and then you'll hear Duran Duran, and then Oingo Boingo, and then back to like Hagar. I mean, I go everywhere from like the 20s to like 1996. that's kind of my sweet
spot. And then you hit a wall.
Yeah, and then that's it. Music died.
See, I'll be out somewhere. Well, that's what the thing about my phone is it'll tell you what the name of a song is.
Oh yeah, the Spotify, not Spotify, but the
whatever it is. But I'll be out somewhere and hear something. Oh yeah, and then I'll look it up and add it to my playlist.
Yeah, I do that too sometimes. There's a great guy on YouTube. He's called the Professor of Rock.
Yes,
you watch him?
Yeah,
love that guy.
The hat and the glasses.
Love that guy. Yeah. He's like this generation's Casey Kasem. Without doing the top 40 countdown, but he tells you all this information about these bands. And he
but I'll be honest, I skip forward to find out who he's talking about.
Oh, I try and guess.
Really?
Yeah, I try. I watch the first intro, and then while they're doing the credit or whatever, I pause it and I'm like, who could it be? Who could it be? And I try and guess.
Yeah, there's been some cool stuff. I can't think of the name of it. Starlight something or, but that song is. Yeah, the guy is a one-hit wonder, basically. But it was cool because he was talking about how he ended up with that hat. I guess he was balding. And when he hit it big, they're like, they're going to do a video. And they're like, this is back in the 70s. They're like, dude, you can't go out there with that hair. So he went into some shop and just grabbed this white, like, captain hat or whatever. And so he wore that. He still got the same damn
Captain
hat.
and Tennille?
No, it wasn't Captain and Tennille.
Oh.
But he's just
Cheap Trick?
Like, tonight feels right.
Oh, I probably know it, but I
You
can't.
know the song. Yeah, I can't think of the name of the song, but I'll link it below. Right? So,
we all have computers in our pocket.
right. Yeah, smash that subscribe button.
So I think
but he was telling a story about the song, right? And so he got a chance, but I guess whoever was up next in the studio was someone important, and they were rushing him, and so he's throwing this together. And he says it was such a nightmare mess, that he's laughing at one point. He's like, haha, or whatever, because he's like, this is such a joke. We're not doing anything with this, But they left it in there, and the song ended up, making him a lot of money. And the song, he's talking about this girl he met, like, on a campus or something like that. Anyway, he's still married to the gal.
That's crazy.
They met and got married. Yeah, it's a cool story. I'll have to
probably
see
know
if I
the
can link
song,
that
but I just
episode.
can't-
It's a
yeah.
pretty cool one.
Yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. God dang it.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm sure it wasn't important. It doesn't matter.
Professor Rock,
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, I like guessing.
Casey Kasem of our time.
Oh my God. I still listen. You can listen to the top 40 on
Nephilim.
Giant people. One of the funniest audio clips is Casey Kasem going off
Oh, yeah.
on his producer.
Yeah.
Have you remember hearing that?
Yes,
oh my
yes.
God. It's the best. And there are still people alive our age that did not know that Casey Kasem was Shaggy.
Oh, yeah.
They had no idea. I'm like, how? How do you not know?
His wife was the girlfriend of Carla's ex on Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah. Nick?
Yeah, I think that's right.
I think it was Nick.
It sounds right.
Yeah. But yeah, that's crazy.
But the better clip
Uh-oh.
is Riley. What's
Bill O'Reilly?
Bill O'Reilly.
Oh my God! I forgot.
Do it live.
I forgot. We'll fucking do it live. I forgot.
We'll write it. We'll do it.
Oh my
we'll do it
God.
live.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there to play us out. What does that mean? To play us out?
Sting is going to do, it's a video, Sting video.
What is?
For credits.
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a... I can't do it.
Okay.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Totally forgot
How many
about
electricians have? Because I know we used to quote that.
Oh my God.
Endlessly on the job site.
I totally forgot about Bill O'Reilly going on.
I don't know what circuits it is.
Do it live.
Do it live.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christian Bale going off on somebody on set too. That's another.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one too. I love watching those. I feel bad for whoever they're yelling at, but then I don't because it's hilarious.
And the
to me.
Hoff eating his cheeseburger or whatever.
Oh my God, the Hoffman, or the Hoffman.
Hoffman. That's a
a totally different
whole nother
conversation.
thing.
Yeah, no, I did not. Yeah, Yeah, the Hoff eating his cheeseburger. Oh my God. Man, there's so many good videos. What a time to be alive. Oh man. But yeah, older music I think is just better. I'm very biased.
I agree.
I'll admit it.
I think you're not going to beat the 70s as far as I'm concerned.
No, the 70s are like, for me, it's like late 70s though, right before the 80s. But it's peak rock, I think, because it was all raw. It wasn't digitized. It wasn't synthesized. It was just musicians playing.
There's a lot of songs that I like that are kind of one-hit wonders that are late 70s, early 80s. A lot of them you would have heard on KWK.
Oh my God. KWK, Friday Night Videos. Simulcast with the videos on, on Channel 5. Yep. Oh, man.
But like the Sherbs, 707.
Oh, the Sherbs, man. I don't know anybody else that knows what the Sherbs are. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've got an actual album somewhere around here. Yeah.
Wow. I don't even
but
know.
I've got the MP3s. And there's a lot of those songs that are like The Blend.
Oh, my God.
You know?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't have any of it, but I know it. Yeah, there's so many bands that I forget about.
I got a lot of that.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm not a big... There's so many bands that they say, oh, they one-hit wonders, but it's like, no, they had other songs, but they just weren't popular. But they're good. That's why I like the B-sides of albums and stuff.
Yeah, what's All You Zombies? You know that song?
Oh, yeah, it's they're kind of a Christian. The Hooters. They're kind of a Christian, kind of rockish band. They were pretty religious.
Yeah, I like them anyway.
The Hooters. Yeah, no, I like. It's hilarious. They're called boobs, but they're religious. The Hooters.
They're like chicken wings.
Yeah, exactly.
Chicken wings and beer.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the Hooters. I enjoyed the Hooters.
No, it was a great song.
Yeah, they were. And what's funny is that I'm obviously and you were too. You probably watched MTV a lot.
Yeah.
When I hear,
dude, I remember when we first got cable in our house, and it was the controller was this like slide thing on a long, like a 30-foot cable, right? And you would just slide, and it was like an A and a B, and it was red or green color on the selection.
Yeah, so we had a little black box. It was about this big, but it was like probably 4 or 5 inches deep, and you ran the wire in from the antenna, and then you ran it down to your TV for cable, the old coax. I don't know how, because we didn't have the internet. I don't know how, but somebody figured out if you take a 3x5 card and you bend it about a third of the way, you just put a little bend in it, and then you slide that card into the box and you kind of move it around, you could get the movie channels for free. It would unscramble Showtime, HBO, Cinemax, and the movie channel, because that's all we had. We had 4. That was it. Yeah. And it had a dial from 1 to 99, and that was our channel changer. But you could put that 3x5 card in there, put it on like the movie channel. And I watched so many movies I should have watched.
Dude, I think I watched Stir Crazy like 30 times.
Oh my God, I watched Have you ever seen Hard Bodies? That was basically softcore porn.
Was that with
there was nobody of importance in that movie.
Oh, was it?
No, it was about 3 old dudes that go to a beach in California. Their only plan is to woo the women, shall we say. And they can't do it because they're old. They're probably in their 30s.
It's a story as old as time itself.
So they hire this kid named Scotty. I still remember his name. And his job was to get them what they wanted. And there are women in that movie that are naked the whole time. I was 12. So, too soon.
So what's the name of this again? So I can
Hard
avoid
Bodies.
it?
It's hard. No. Yeah, I want to make sure I don't watch Hard Bodies. It's Hard Bodies. Yeah, it's like Hard Bodies. Oh God, so good. But yeah, you could unscramble the movie channels. I probably watched Star Wars 23 times in a month.
I probably spent a lot of time watching the scrambled thing, just waiting for a boob to show.
Is that a nipple? Ah, it's an eye. Damn it. Damn it. So close. Oh, it's a belly button. No, it's another eye. Damn it. Yeah, I used to get up in the morning and watch Star Wars because you used to get this little book that would tell you, it was like it's kind of like a TV guide, but it was for cable channels. And it would say, you'd pick the movie like Star Wars. And then it would tell you every time, like it's on Monday night, or it's on Monday at like 3, 6, 9, 10, 12. It would tell you. Well, Star Wars would come on at like 4 or 5 in the morning. So I'd get up early and watch Star Wars before I went to school.
And it was a channel where They did nothing but aerobics.
Oh my God. The Jazzercise channel. Was it Jazzercise or whatever it was? But yeah, it was just aerobics all day. I know. I remember. And they were on a spinning
yes,
thing.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
And then, believe it or not, I know this is hard to believe,
I believe it because I'm sure I saw it.
but MTV actually used to play music videos.
Yeah, it was music television. Oh my God. It's so... I love the meme that's like, oh, MTV is 46 years old. Thanks for 14 years of music videos.
You know, Alan Hunter?
Alan
him?
Hunter, baby.
He was
The OG.
He's on Joe Rogan a bunch.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently he's either the guy or involved in creating podcasts.
Really?
The reason why there are podcasts. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, because Martha Quinn. The only one that's not around is JJ. He was the African American gentleman. Triple J. Yeah, JJ Jackson.
JJ Jackson.
Yeah, he passed away I think it was early 2000s from, I think he had cancer of some sort. But Martha Quinn, Alan Hunter, Mark Goodman, and Nina Blackwood are still, they're all on satellite radio.
Yeah, yeah.
80s on 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff on there. Martha Quinn's actually not, well, I don't know if she's on the 80s on 8, but she does, I think it's just the other three. But Martha Quinn's on iHeartRadio. She does a radio show. But yeah, they're all still doing music stuff.
That's crazy.
But yeah, whenever I hear a song from that time, I play the video in my head.
Yeah.
Like if you pick a song, I can tell you what the video is. I remember probably all of them.
The videos were as important as the song back then.
It was like the highlighter. It was life changing.
How many of those bands wouldn't have been shit if they didn't have videos out with them?
All of them. All of them. The 80s would not have hit. It was like one of the times in history, and I'm not comparing it to like real historical, like the falling of the wall in 89, stuff like that. But it is one of the biggest culture shifts in, I think, world history, because you didn't have that. Like like American Bandstand was on, and they would show a band, once a week on Saturday.
Yeah.
But they were lip syncing. They weren't singing.
Or Solid Gold.
Oh my God, Solid Gold! I love Solid Gold.
We used to sit down and watch a Solid Gold. Sit down and eat in Solid Gold.
5 o'clock to 6 o'clock Saturday nights. Yep. So have you seen the clip of the Mamas and the Papas on the Ed Sullivan Show?
I don't know, probably.
What's her name? The
ham sandwich.
Ham sandwich. Dennis Leary.
Austin Powers.
Well, and Dennis Leary has a great thing. He's like, as Mama Cass once said. Dennis Leary's another one, just classic. But they were pissed that they had to lip sync. You couldn't sing live.
Yeah.
They would not let you. So she's eating a banana.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just saw that like a couple days ago.
Yeah, they're sitting there. They're all singing and moving. And she's like, oh, she just eats a banana, but they're still singing. That was so good. So good. There was a couple other ones where they told them not to do something and they did it anyway. Oh, the Doors. I don't know if it was Come On Baby Light My Fire or one of the lines from that song. They told him not to sing it. And Jim Morrison's like, okay. Surprised he didn't take his pants off while he did it. But yeah,
Did he get arrested for profanity?
Oh, he got arrested numerous times for profanity, and he would just whip his little doors out.
Yeah. You think about how the world is today. I mean, hell,
you almost can't get arrested.
What are we saying here, on this?
Yeah.
But they would get arrested for
it's so
doing a show and
it's so crazy how reserved,
dropping F-bombs or whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, I think MTV was probably one of the biggest cultural shifts in the world's history, because it's still, even though it sucks and it's a garbage channel now, there's so many people that was such a big part of their life. I mean, that's all we watched was MTV. It was so awesome to watch those videos.
Now, what is? I haven't watched it in years. Was it like the real life now? Or
I don't
something,
know.
Or
I'm 7 and I'm pregnant. I don't know. I'm a heroin addict, but also a nun. I don't know what. It's like TLC. It's the Learning Channel. They have the worst. Oh my God.
My 300-pound life or whatever.
Oh my God. Yeah, the 1,000-pound twins or 7,000-pound twins. I don't know. It's such brain rot. I can't stand it. I try not to watch too much regular TV.
Watch podcasts on YouTube instead.
Yeah, especially this one. We're awesome. I'm trying.
We'll be really good when we get the camera issues.
Yeah, once the camera works and you see both of us.
I think it's on now. I'm not.
I don't have an image back here. I had it for a few minutes. I have a red flashing light. I don't know if
What
it
about
might.
now?
Yeah, I would do. It might
Yeah.
just shut itself off
Yeah,
over time, but yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, popular culture, pop culture, 80s trivia. We my wife and I do tons of trivia nights. Have you ever done trivia nights?
We did a music trivia,
Oh, my
but
God.
it wasn't just 80s or whatever.
It was
We did that a couple years ago.
yeah, there's a guy that does it every year in January at the Elks in Washington. And the first question is from like the 50s, second question is 60s, 70s, 80s,
Yeah,
90s,
yeah.
2000s, and then you have like a country one, and then there's like a movie theme, and it's a great time. And people are like, "Well, I don't know any of that." Who gives a shit? It's fun. Go.
Right.
You bring food, you have drinks, you're with your friends, you talk about stuff. You don't even have to pay attention. Nobody cares if you get, usually there's 100 questions or 100 points to get. Nobody cares if you get 5. Who gives a shit? It's a good time. And you learn a bunch of stuff and you get to hear good music.
Right.
I love trivia nights. It's so good. We win a lot. We're good at it.
If I go, I have to be on your team.
That's fine. You can be on my team. We, Rebecca, my wife, and her family, it was funny because we had me for the 80s and serial killers. That's a whole nother podcast. I am all about the serial killers.
Like real life story?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Bundy.
Son
all
of
of them.
Sam.
Son of Sam. All of them. Even the Gilgo Beach killer, the new guy, Hierman. He's kind of the more recent one. Just I'm not fascinated with what they do. It's horrible. I hate it. It's disgusting. But I'm fascinated with their psychological, like what made them do that stuff. Like why is Jeffrey Dahmer who Jeffrey Dahmer is?
So you listen to like serial killer podcasts where you're taking a dog to the groomer?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's funny because my new job, I put an earbud in and I listen to that stuff while I'm at work. It's calming. It's my Zen moments. Murder.
Well, good to know. I didn't realize that. So that's we might have to revisit that.
Well,
at
but
some point.
you tell people that and they're like, oh, and then they walk away. It's like, no, I'm not taking lessons.
Not in this house. Have you noticed the decor?
Yeah, no, it's pretty dark. If no one sees me for a couple days, his name's Joe Craig.
That's JC. I don't know who Joe Craig is.
JC. Yeah, I've just always been fascinated. I wish when I was younger, like out of high school, I wish I would have gone into some sort of criminology or psychologically, but I just didn't have the drive to go to school. But now I regret it just because I'm fascinated by what goes on in their head. Like, how do you look at somebody and do the things you do and then just like go eat lunch? Like, oh, well, that was something I did today. It's fascinating to me. But everything they do, they're terrible. They're horrible people. People are like, oh, well, you're just admiring them. I'm like, no. That's not what I'm doing.
Sometimes they're eating what they did for lunch.
Hannibal, baby. Yep. Ed Gein. He's the basis for like 6.
Dahmer.
Yeah, Ed Gein is the guy for Buffalo Bill. One of the there's like 5 of them, but yeah, Dahmer. H.H. Holmes was he built a hotel in Chicago during the 1903 World's Fair. They don't even have an estimate on how many people he may have.
Did you watch
eliminated.
Mindhunter?
Oh,
I was so
I'm still mad they got rid of
season
it.
3, yeah.
I'm still mad they got rid of it. That was the best show probably I think I've ever watched.
I don't know if a show has hit me as hard as that last scene in season 1, the last episode in season 1.
Which one? I don't
When
know.
he was in there talking to
Ed Kemper.
Yeah.
That dude's huge.
Yeah. And the actor was perfect
Yes.
in that role.
Yeah.
I mean, just Phil looked exactly like that.
Yeah,
But-
he was good.
But I guess but it was it was the emotion of the moment, and then the Led Zeppelin song.
Oh,
It just hit so
Yes,
hard.
I
was like,
forgot about that.
It's just,
Yeah.
Man, it was such an awesome
I forgot
combination
about
of
that.
music and artistry and
Yeah, I need to go back and watch that again.
dialogue
Which
and everything.
I'm just gonna get mad again because it was such a good show.
No, it
Everything
had a
was
good
the,
cast and-
the actors and the guy they had playing Manson and Kemper and just all of them. They were so good. I hate that
It
it
was
got
as
canceled.
close to perfect as you can get for a show.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, my wife's always like, "Oh my God, you're listening to that crap again?" I'm like, yes, I am. Like if you look at my phone on the Dateline podcast, and if there's like 500 episodes, if you just scroll up, it's just green check marks, just green check marks because I listened to all of them. So I'll go to like to the bottom of the list and I'll just hit play, and then it'll just work its way up. And I mean, I'll listen to 4 or 5 a day while I'm working. It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just fascinating to me. I guess I shouldn't be fascinated by how terrible other humans are to humans, but
It's kind of like was it, the Peanuts, the cartoon?
oh yeah.
Lucy would, for Halloween.
Lucy would be a serial killer in real life.
Oh, yeah.
Psychopath.
But Lucy would always, talk about dress up as a witch because you want to be the opposite, polar opposite of your personality or something like that. So you listening to those things or wherever, you're just, exploring the dark.
Yeah.
end.
It's just, yeah. And I listen to
Just-
music
just
sometimes.
what do they call it? Inverse of your
Oh yeah.
normal life.
Yeah, because I'm not dark or morbid or whatever, but it's just I don't know. It's just one of those things that you listen to and it's just fascinating. But you have to ignore, and there's some times where I'm still like, ooh, God, how could you do that?
Yeah.
And then not even worry about it. Don't look up pictures. Don't do that. It's bad. It's real bad.
Yeah,
I made that
remember
mistake.
when it used to be rotten.com?
Oh my God, Rod.
That was horrible.
Yeah. I would be like, oh man, I want to go watch some of this stuff. And I'd look at the video and I'm like, no.
Or the Faces of Death VHS.
Oh my God.
you
Those
get from
movies,
Blockbuster.
there's so many of those. We laughed so hard at those. The guy that made the bungee cord too long because there was one floor less in the building because they didn't count the 13th floor. Right. Like a lawn dart. So morbid.
Lord, darn.
Yeah. Remember those?
Yeah, I had jarts.
We had jarts. We had the original set. My mom got rid of them because she didn't want the grandkids getting in them.
I bought some
I'm
off
like,
of eBay,
Did you?
20 years ago or something like that, 15 years
You
ago.
still got them?
No. I wish I did.
I gotta find them. I need a set.
Those were awesome.
Yeah, we used to play chicken. All my
I'm
cousins.
sure you did.
My cousins. We'd get together Gary. We'd get together back to back, and then somebody would throw it up, and the last one to move lost. Or one. I mean one.
So
Yeah,
you tall
I have 3 holes, 3 scars on my foot.
Well, you
from the
tall
darts.
fuckers are at a disadvantage because it's going to
It's
hit
us
you
first. Yeah, but here's the rub. Here's the rub. My whole family's tall, so we had an even playing field. Yeah, because Gary's like 3 or 4 inches taller than I am. His brother's like 2 inches taller than I am. But then some of my other cousins are like, I don't know, 5'9", 5'10". Your size, fun size.
Wow.
You're welcome. I got a guy I work with. He's short, but
I got a low center of gravity.
yeah, you can't knock you over. Yeah, I'm like a tall building, just a gust of wind. Down I go.
The guy who's my mentor is an electrician, Mike. He's built like a lowland gorilla. His shoulders are so damn wide.
Just wide and
he was
thick.
I'm 5'10". He was a couple inches shorter than me. But solid guy, right? And
Brick
you're like,
shit house.
yeah. And we were friends and that, and he taught me everything I know about electric work. But he would, sometimes we'd have a disagreement or something like that, and then it would make me think, what would I do? I mean, there's no way you're going to take that dude. Yeah, there's no way you're going to take him down. I mean, he's gonna thump you with those. He's gonna beat his chest a couple times, and he's gonna
rip your arms off.
He's gonna
and beat you to death with them.
Pound you over the head with a hammer fist.
Pull a Popeye and knock you into the ground like a fence post.
Yeah, you can't get low on him. You can't. Yeah, you just say, "I'm sorry, my bad."
You need a reach. You need a long reach. Maybe you can
Stick
get
and move.
one. Yeah, maybe you can get one in, but after that, it's over.
And run like hell.
Yeah, and I always tell people, if you see me running, you should run, because I don't just run for fun. There is something I'm running from. You need, and I don't have to outrun it. I have to outrun you.
Yes,
that's what I tell people.
Yeah, I say I'm designed to stand and fight.
Yeah, not me.
And because I'm sure not designed to run.
No, I'm there to. I could slap really good, but yeah, no, I'm not a fighter, which I should be, because man, I mouth off to a lot of people. Some people in this town.
What do you mean some?
What? There's just a few. Yeah,
You're beloved.
No, not by everybody.
The beloved Brinker.
Yeah, I like to think that, but my wife will tell me otherwise. She's honest with me. We just had our 21st anniversary yesterday, so I know how
She deserves a medal.
Tell me about it. I know. I'm married up. I won the lottery.
I can relate
basically.
there.
Yeah, you know how it is. She's so much better than you. Yeah.
No argument.
Yeah,
for me.
no, smart man.
Yes.
Smart man. Yeah, no, we went down. We had a nice dinner. Annie Guns down in the Chesterfield Valley. Oh man, it's expensive.
Been years since decades since I've been.
We haven't been there in about 7 years. Last time we were there, we one of our dogs. We were deciding what we had to do, and unfortunately, we had to do the thing you don't want to do. But we went to Annie Guns, and that's kind of how we came together. And that place, everything in that place is perfect. I don't care what you order, the place settings, the service, the drinks, everything is. There isn't one thing wrong with that place. It is expensive. You're gonna spend about $100 a person, but if you go occasionally, or if you have the funds, you can go once a week. I mean, that's up to you. But my God, their food it's on another level of anywhere else I've been. It's so good.
Cool.
And they make a perfect gin and tonic from Pinckney Bend. Also, they mix them, the way it's supposed to be made. It's absolutely
And
perfect.
they have the Pinckney Bend.
Yeah,
gin?
they got our gin and tonic. They use
Nice.
they use club soda. They use tonic water like
Did you
most
say
bars. Have it. I say it at work too at Schaefer when I'm like, oh yeah, we make this or we
like-
do this, and
it's
they're like, who's we?
It's like
I'm
the Charlie
"Oh,
Daniels song, "Still Inside."
Yeah,
God."
exactly. Yeah, I still say that. That's how much I miss it. I still say us and our and we and yeah.
No, it's all good. I didn't mean to call you out.
No, it's fine. I don't
not
even
in a
realize
negative way anyway.
I don't
Just-
even realize I do it. That's how I do it. It's just that's what I do. I have 150 shirts from them, so I wear the Pinckney Bend shirts. Yeah, I probably should have worn one tonight, but I didn't. Sorry, Tara. But I don't know. It's a staple in this town.
Yeah.
It's a staple in 5, 6, 7 states right now.
They're an anchor tenant.
Yeah, exactly. And man, and it's so good that they're doing what they're doing. Small town, and they're in 6 or 7 states right now. I know they're trying to get in a couple other states before I left, but yeah, I mean, people are like, oh, so you just sell local? No.
Right.
We're all over the Midwest, basically.
Yeah.
We're in Chicago. They're in Chicago. I keep doing it. Pinckney Bend is in Chicago, which is a big deal. That's a huge deal.
Yeah.
They're up in.
You're gonna have to battle with Malort up there.
No, that's not a battle. That is some. Oh man, that's crazy. That's disgusting. That's acid, literally. But when you go there, you have to do it though. You have to.
I've done it here. I'm not doing it up there.
Why the hell would you do it here?
To say I've done it.
No.
I've done it.
No.
Well, I'm saying I've done it. So
I know.
I'm done. I'm done.
I'm done, Malorton. Yeah,
So where'd you do it? Chicago?
Yeah, we went to Chicago. My wife and I went to Chicago in 2009. And
Why punish yourself with Chicago and Malort?
So in 2009, Chicago wasn't bad. We could walk anywhere. I think we had one of those Fitbit things at the time. You used to put them on your shoe.
Why are you making a motion like you're trying to unlock your car?
Because they have the Fitbit used to be this little thing you'd put on your shoe. Now they got smartwatches, but you'd put it on your shoe and it would count your steps, and you had to reset the buttons and put it back on your shoe. I think
they have smartwatches. You don't.
I don't. I have watches. I don't have
You have
smartwatches.
second watches.
Yes, I have the best of the watches. Yeah, my wife. I bought her one for her birthday. Custom made it on their website. You go on their website and custom make a watch. It's a one of one. It's not worth anything, but it's a one of one. She has the only one like it because you put a clear watch on a background, and then you can spin that watch 360 degrees. You can change the face. You can do everything, but it's customized. She never wears it. She always wears her smartwatch. So I wear it. Screw you. I wear it. But we were in Chicago from Sunday to Thursday, and in that 4 or 5 days, we walked almost 15 miles. Where our hotel was, we walked to Millennium Park. We walked down to the aquarium. We walked to the Science Center. The only one we didn't go to was the aerospace one. It was too far down. We walked to the Navy Pier. We walked to I don't give a shit. It's the Sears Tower. It's not the Willis Tower. It's the Sears Tower. We walked to some of the...
What you talking about, Willis?
7 of the 9 people got that reference. That's hilarious. But yeah, we walked to the Willis Tower, and we walked to a couple of restaurants, but never once was I like, oh God, we're in Chicago. Maybe we should drive. It was totally different back then. I mean, obviously there's still crime. There's crime in every big city, but Chicago has just gone off the rails the past couple of years, but it wasn't nearly as bad then.
I was in Chicago decades ago, different life. And came across there by the waterfront. They were filming Chuck Connors was filming something.
Chuck Connors,
and I was there watching them film. Yeah, I don't even remember if they came out or what. I couldn't tell you what it was.
Wow.
But I just
was he on Mannix?
No, Chuck Connors was the rifleman.
Oh, the rifleman. Right. Sorry,
Paul.
Yeah.
Right.
That TV show is so weird. So weird. Yeah, I forgot he was the rifleman. That's right.
Yeah.
That was before my time.
It was a while ago.
It was a while ago. Yeah. It was in the middle 1900s. I had a kid say that the other day. Oh, you were born in the 1900s? I'm like, I will kick the shit out of you. God.
Dude, I played a lot of hockey from like 20 in my 20s to 40s, 45, you know.
That's a long time.
But I remember being about 40. Yeah, this is a long time. It's one of the reasons why I've got.
I was like, that's why you got your knee replaced. Yep.
One of the young kids played goalie, and so one of the young kids come up. We're getting ready to play pickup game and skating around, warming up, and he comes by and he's like, I was talking to one of the other guys that I've been playing with for a long time, and he says, hey, so when I get older, are my knees going to be shit like you guys?
No, but your face will.
He wasn't wrong though.
Yeah, no,
but he didn't have to say it like that.
So we were in South Carolina 2 weeks ago for a buddy's wedding, and I met his groomsmen. We all went out to lunch. I was just a friend. I just went out with him for lunch and stuff. And one of the guys, his name is Earsol. He is from Croatia. And he sat down.
Is he in one of them Croatian death metal bands?
No, not them. They make vodka more than they do death metal.
Will you get your bigger chair next time?
No, you're good. You're good. My legs cramp up, then my knees pop when I stretch them out. But he sat down and we were talking, and they're all 25 years younger than I am. And he's like, well, how old are you? And I'm like, well, how old do you think I am? And he's like, oh, I never answer. I'm like, you could say 70, you could say 30, you can say whatever you want to say. You're not going to hurt my feelings. I don't care. And he's like, I don't know, maybe 47, 48. I'm like, thank you. I said, I'm 52 and I'm old as shit and it's embarrassing. And he goes, does it help if I say my mom's only 55? No, it does not. You little twerp. Yeah, no, it didn't help at all. Just met him 5 minutes after meeting him. That's what he says. I'm like, okay, you're funny.
Couth is a
yeah. It was hilarious. I'm like, I'm probably one of the only people you could have said that to and not get angry about it.
It's a concept out of their reach.
Yeah.
Kids.
They have blinders on. It's just what it is.
Well, dude, it's almost been 2.5 hours.
That's awesome. You should have plenty of content.
We probably got about 15 minutes of usable content on this thing.
It happens. It happens. That's all right. You just picked the good stuff.
Kind of got away from us.
Yeah. No, it happened. I didn't even realize that. Yeah. Honestly, it felt like an hour.
Once you sit down and
that's what I was saying earlier. When you go like to trivia nights or whatever, you just start talking to people and you just lose track of time.
Well, now I know we'll have to have you again, and we can talk about serial killers and about 80s stuff. And I should have known the 80s stuff, but
yeah, but I mean, but there's also a lot of people that are like, who gives a shit? Like when I was a kid in the 80s, my mom would talk about how it was in the 60s, and I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean anything to me.
Right.
Well,
but there are
now
people,
I know what she was talking about.
Right, but there are people.
There are still some people
that they can relate and would appreciate that.
Yeah,
they're gonna listen to us talk about like the Miami Vice stuff and go, oh yeah,
oh man, that's so good. I gotta start watching that again.
I'm gonna have to borrow some of that.
That's what I watched when I broke my back. I laid on the couch and watched 5 years or 4.5 years of Miami Vice in about a month and a half. Yeah, it was great. That's all I did, sit in a chair and watch Miami Vice.
Good times.
No, it was not. That was a rough year. That was 2000. That was 6 years ago. and I still can't stand up straight sometimes. Don't break your back. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's not on the recommended to-do list.
No, it's bad. It's bad. So, all right.
All right.
Thanks,
you, Greg.
Thank you for having me. I enjoy it.
We'll have you back again soon.
I'm totally okay with that. You need to get a couple people in here. Get me and Tara in here. That'll be a good time. That'll be a good time.
Yeah, definitely. Need
Or Keith, even. I mean, that would be fun.
I'll entertain those things once I get the
Get a better camera.
This piece of. Once I get a camera, we're working on it, folks. I spent a lot of money on the audio and getting this room ready, so the camera's the next thing. So
Yeah.
we'll have it together.
You should start a Patreon.
I mean, yeah. The problem with the Patreon is you need people to actually see the Patreon to contribute to it. But
Didn't think of that.
it's an idea. Check out Facebook Market. I got some tools up for sale.
Oh yeah, he does. Don't buy the bandsaw and the
No, please buy it. So that way you get a better look at
I'll get
Greg's
there. I'll
mug.
get there at some point.
Yeah.
I'll buy it.
All right, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. I'm glad you're doing this. This is awesome. I love these things.
Well,
I
thank
love
you.
doing these
Like I
things.
said, it's a work in progress. We're getting there.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's awesome. You gotta tell people about your new glasses too, or is that a secret?
No, that's fine.
We should have brought one. We didn't even bring one. I should have brought my gift in.
They're as required. So I don't like have. I have a new glass.
Just give, yeah. Well, no, but I mean, you'll have.
We have gifts for the
guests.
Guests. No.
Yeah, it's a gift. It's a, what do they call it? A gift bag or
Yeah, a little gift bag.
yeah.
I'm stealing that idea from Sean Ryan. I thought it was a nice touch. He does
that's
that on
cool.
his podcast.
Yeah, that's awesome. Take a little
So,
something with you.
Shout out to Sean Ryan. Check out his podcast. He's much better at it than I am.
You'll get there, buddy. You're doing good. You're doing good.
All right, Greg. Thanks, man.
Yeah, man. No problem. Anytime.
We'll see you.
See you.